Yo, 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 yo. What's the deal? It's your player partner, Bobby W.A.J. coming here to give another live broadcast, man. And this evening, we got a very special guest, man, coming about the William Nickerson Garden Housing Project, man. We got none other than one of your favorite player partners, man, Johny Bizoy, man. So what we gonna do, we gonna pause this incredible beat. We gonna pause that beat, man. I love that beat. That beat crazy. But we gonna bring Johny Boy up, man, and we gonna kick off this interview, man. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Johny Boy, what is the deal, man? How you feeling out there, man?
Alrighty, you champ, how you doing?
Hey, man, I am doing incredibly well. Is my sound cool?
Oh yeah, y'all can hear me?
Cool. Is my visual cool? No, you perfect. You good?
You good? You good as well?
For shake it out, man. Well, let's kick this off, man. Take your time and introduce yourself to the folks, man. And as you do the introduction, we gonna come with a few questions that we'd like to ask you, just to kind of get further acquainted with the amazing individual that you are. Jay Jeezy, what's love? What much love and respect, man. The floor is all yours, brother.
Man, my name Johny Boy, as y'all know. I'm familiar with a lot of y'all in the chat. Salute to y'all. Shit, I don't really like be talking about myself. Shit, I answer the questions, but shit, go ahead, ask away, man.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. We just want a brief introduction. So look, let's do it like this. What do you come up from? Your earliest years of memory. What does that stem from? Your earliest childhood years. How far do you think you can go back with your memory?
So I can go back to. I was born in Fresno. I was born in Fresno. My family been from Watts since like the 70s. They've been in Watts. I've been from my earliest memories. I've been in those projects since I was like 3 or 4 years old. Probably younger than that, but from what I can remember, 4 years old. I started from right there.
So being born in Fresno, that's incredible, man. Because I got a lot of family up there too. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of family up there in Fresno. My father was actually born in Fresno. But have you went back to Fresno, or you just born there and that was it?
No, I was born there, but I never went back to live. I can't live out there. It's too slow for me. It's too country. Last time I've been out there, I want to say was probably like 5, 6 years ago. I went to go see some family out there. Right. Actually, I take that back. About 10 years ago, when I went to go see my dad's headstone. Yeah, I had to go. My dad was very out
there. So your father and your mother met in Fresno.
Yes, my mother's from LA. My father's from Fresno.
Okay, got you. For Shigadell, I can dig that. What are some of your earliest memories from the Nickerson Garden Housing projects? Because you left Fresno and went to the projects, right?
Yeah. Shit, I can remember my first fist fight. My first fist fight was in the projects, man. Little dude stole my Tonka truck, man. And I ran in the house crying. I was about like 4 years old. I ran in the house crying because he took my Tonka truck, and my sister's dad, he got a big family out there in the projects. And he told me, because my mom was lecturing me, she's like, if you're going to be in these projects, you can't allow them to run you in the house, because if they run you in the house, they're going to always run you in the house. So you're going to go back out there and fight him and go get your truck back. And I'm like, no, I want to fight him. He's bigger than me. And and my sister's dad was like, well, either you're going to go fight him or you're going to go fight me. And so I don't want to fight his big ass. So I went and grabbed the little Flintstone Bam Bam bat.
Right.
The little plastic one. I took my bat out there and I whacked his ass, and we started fighting, and I got my truck back. And from that day on, my mom was like, listen, I'm raising y'all without your father. I can't teach you how to be a man. I can teach you how to survive. And from what I know about these projects, if you allow these niggas to run you up in here, up in the house, they're going to continue to run you in the house. And that just stuck with me from when my mom told me that.
Right. I understand that, man, and I can relate to it as well. Now that you are an adult, do you think that it was any way other than violence that situation should have been resolved? Or do you feel like, bottom line, you had to be introduced to fighting and protecting yourself, and it just is what it is?
It is what it is in that aspect, because there's no you can't talk to some of those people. They only understand violence. Gotcha. And either you're gonna become the nigga doing it, or you're gonna become the nigga getting it done too.
Right. Do you see that as a problem? And if you do, what do you think can be some of the things that we can implement to resolve that, to where we're not, because I'm from the project just like you. So when you talk about that, I went through the same thing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Do you see that as a problem, or just a rites of passage, as coming from the projects?
I mean, how I raise my son is don't hit nobody first, but you whoop their ass if they hit you. So I feel like it's a lack of communication, and that's where the violence comes in at, because violence only occurs when there's lack of communication.
Right, right. I agree with you. That's profound. My next question is this: with that being your introduction to standing up for yourself, or engaging in violence, where did that take you mentally? How did that affect you mentally? That first fight.
It introduced me to the butterfly feeling in your stomach that you get before you fight, and
Right,
and taking a punch,
right,
and just. But then I look at how I was raised, and I see some of the shit that goes on, and some of the coward niggas that I see, and I'm thankful that I was raised like that. I'm thankful that I can stand up for myself as a man, because as a black, especially as a black man in America,
right,
we can't be too fearful of shit.
right.
We got to take this shit head on. We got to brace for impact, no matter
Hmm.
what it is. We gonna deal with that shit head on. That's how I like to deal with it.
Growing up in the projects, did you have a number one nemesis? Did you have a number one enemy that you always used to fight, and it's like you and him was rivals, and y'all may have grown up and became partners, or you may have stayed, beefing. But did you have that type of nemesis as a kid growing up in the Nickerson Gordon housing projects?
I had one cat who tried to bully me and my brother for our bikes. They tried to take our bikes, and but I wouldn't say he was a nemesis. I wouldn't even say dude is a nemesis. We was cordial when we grew up. He ain't
Gotcha.
really fuck with me, and I ain't really fuck with him. But it was what it was. We from the same hood. But
Right.
I wouldn't call him a nemesis. Not by far. It was just that he was that way. He was one of those project kids. He was a real project kid, and
Right.
in the projects they gonna test you. You come around,
That's for
people don't
sure.
know who you is. People want to demo you.
That's for sure. Right. Your earlier days in the Nickerson Gordon housing projects, your childhood time, how was life for you growing up in the Nickerson Gordon housing projects as a
See,
child?
when I was around 4 and 5 years old, that's around the time Billy B was running the hood with the Kill
Right.
Squad.
And
So
rest
I
in
had the
peace to Billy
luxury,
B. 100.
rest in peace to Billy B on me. So I had the luxury of being in the same household, because Billy B was married to my auntie, and I had the luxury
So,
of being around some solid individuals, and watching them get their money and watch them do it what it is that they did, and knowing that they was some head busters and they wasn't playing no games. And it was certain stuff that they would try to shield me from, like when it was time to bust down to work. They give me my job. My job was to go walk the dog. Billy B used to have this red nosed pit bull named Folsom.
mm-hmm.
He named him after old Folsom, the prison he went to. And when they wanted to shield me away from the activities going on around me, they would let me go walk the dog. So I felt like I was a part of the team, because this is my role. My role is to go walk the dog. Can't nobody else go walk the dog, because they doing what it is that they do. And this is my task. And when I come back, he'd give me like $5 or $10.
Right.
And I would just see him with all the money, and I just knew that that's somebody that I looked up to
Right.
as a kid.
How did that affect your aspirations as a young man in the Nickerson Gordon housing projects, being around not just these ballers, but these certified head busters? Because when you talk about Billy B, man, that dude was one of them dudes amongst dudes from every projects, every hood, majority of the hoods in Compton, West South Central, so on and so forth. That dude was a reputable. So how did that affect your aspirations as a young black boy coming up in the Nickerson Gordon housing projects?
I saw what a real leader was. Like this
Right.
dude, they were so loyal to Billy B. Like, he was in a wheelchair from when I grew up as a kid. I saw him in a wheelchair. The way he ran and ruled, not even ran and ruled, like the way he orchestrated and organized
Right.
his people around him, to where he'd be upstairs with my auntie sleep, and it'd be 4 5 dudes downstairs sleep on the floor
Right. Right.
out of loyalty. They could have went home. They had houses. They was loyal to this man.
Right.
So I saw what a real leader was, and I saw somebody that wasn't just gonna let they people just crash out.
Right.
And I'm just thankful for that. I will say that it told me what a real honorable gangster was.
I'm gonna
Watching
say a
dudes like
term.
that.
I'm gonna say a term, and I want you to say the first thing that come to mind. Working the board.
Oh man, when you work the board, it's working in the spot.
There we go.
Yeah.
Certified project baby. See, and the niggas says that was a major thing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and the niggas says having a spot was a major thing and working a board and all that. And in the pure course projects, we'd be like working the board, like what's that? Like what's that, Heedy? And then we got introduced to it. You know what I mean? You put all the work, you bust it down, and you put it on a cutting board that you cut vegetables up on. One man worked the dough, one man worked the board, and you know what I mean? It's like clockwork, like a donut shop. You come in, you grab what you grab, and you get out. So now that we didn't establish that, like, did you play sports coming up in the Nickerson housing project? Like, how was your childhood amongst other children and whatnot? We know that you was, you know, raised around Beasley and the gangsters. You seen the gangster elements, but as a kid, as a child coming up in the Nickerson Garden housing projects, how was your childhood, and what were some of the activities for a child being raised in the Nickerson Garden housing projects?
I remember going to 109. I played basketball for 109th. Played basketball and baseball I played baseball for 1 year. I played basketball for like 2 at 109th. I just remember going to 109th, Real Rogers, going swimming with the homies. It'd be a group of us. We go walk. Either we was going to 109th through the back way, jumping through the gate to the abandoned houses, crossing the railroad tracks to go to 109th Park. I just remember just camaraderie. I remember growing up and watching my older brother, because he a little bit older than me, but watching him and his friend on the party line and shit like that, just trying to meet girls at the party line and shit, man, just like project shit. Yeah, just running around the projects, walking. I remember I wanted to go get a pit bull because Billy B had a red nose, so I had always had a fascination with pit bulls, especially just around the time DMX was hot, and he always had the pit bulls in this video, and I always wanted me a dog like that. You feel me? And I wanted to go get this pit bull, but it was on the Haven. It was on the Bell Haven side, and I'm in the projects off of 111th and like Antwerp, and I remember walking all the way to the Haven across the little bridge to the Haven side by myself, and it was like it was getting dark as I'm walking there, but I'm dedicated to get to this side to go get my dog. Right. And I remember one of the big homies was like, "What is you doing out the projects? And what is you doing walking down across Imperial Highway by yourself? Like what you on, man?" And I just remember the big homie walking me back home, talking about, "You know, your mama gonna whoop your ass." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, like." Oh man, but yeah, my childhood was in the projects. It was cool. I was a kid, I was a boy's boy. I remember playing ding dong ditch, riding on the back of the ice cream truck like we do. You know, that was what we do in Watts, man. Rode on the back of the ice cream truck till he stopped and chase us, and it was just, man, it was some. It's sometimes that's some shit you have to be there.
Righteous.
Drinking out the water holes as we mentioned.
Most definitely. I'm gonna throw another term out there, another word out there, and you just say the first thing that come to mind: the donut truck.
See, I wasn't around for the donut truck, but my sister and them told me about that donut truck.
Got you.
I was around for the fruit truck.
Yeah, the fruit truck, most definitely. Yeah. But the one that's popular is the donut truck. The donut truck, man. You hear the ice cream truck, the donut truck, man. That was something special in, you know, our communities and whatnot. Now our parents, they love the fruit truck and all this and all that because they have the buck a bag. You can get onions, you can get tomatoes and fruits and all this and all that for like $1 and all this and all that. So, you know, going back to the projects, like, have you ever heard of a game called Hide and Go Get It?
Yeah, hide and go get it. Come on, man. Hide and go get it, man. Come on, man. I remember I broke into a house with some beauty supply scissors. We stayed remember when the boy was talking yesterday, he was talking about Gil's Liquor on the 109th and Fig. I stayed right in those duplexes across the street from 109th and Fig, across the street from that motel right there. Right. So that's the first time I played hide and go get it in an abandoned house. I broke in there with the scissors. My brother didn't think I was gonna get in. I had my first little threesome. I humped the both of them.
Right.
Oh, right. That was just LA times in the late 90s, just before 2000. That was like 99.
See, now the things that we experience that we call normal, cats on the west side of them few cats, you know, in South Central, they never experienced. Some cats never played hide and go get it. They be like, man, what's that? That's you know what I mean? You pick a female, y'all playing a version of tag or hide and seek.
Yeah.
Hide and seek. But when you catch the female, you know, y'all do a little humping, so on and so forth and all that. And that has introduced a lot of young cats coming up out these housing projects into sex. That's some of our introduction into sex, as well as a game called House. You familiar with House and all that, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar with House. I definitely play some House.
Most definitely. What elementary school did you attend?
I went to 112. And I went to 111 for a little bit, but I went to 112. And then
yeah, go ahead.
No, Bob.
Who was like the top dog there?
At 112?
Yeah.
You said who was like the top dog? What you mean by that?
Like the baddest little motherfucker on the campus.
Oh man. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh shit. See, ooh. I can't even say it because like it was we was all going to school together. Like you know who coming out the projects and who go to school with you in the projects and niggas just do shit. So
Right.
you have your group of friends, like I have my 3 and 4 friends.
Mm-hmm.
And we played kickball. If we wasn't playing kickball, we was getting into some shit. Like I would just say, but project kids is gonna be project kids. So everybody was bad to the outside world. It's like these niggas out the projects and they bad, but to us it's just we just us.
See, this is the unique thing about y'all projects. Y'all projects are so massive. They're so big that some of y'all really don't really start interacting until elementary school. Y'all can be the same age, so on and so
Mm-hmm.
forth. But you can be off 112th Street, which is the deuce line, and he can be from the other side of the project, which is the fire line. You feel what I'm saying? And then
Yep.
y'all, meet at the school, and that's how y'all get introduced to each other. But it's still kind of like this boys fight to see who the strongest, us establishing the pecking order and so on and so forth. You feel what I'm saying? Did you experience anything like that? Little cats off 115th Street or 114th Street, you go to school with them and your introduction to them is through fighting or getting into it or something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We had one of the homies named Bird. The homie Bird. We had that was our little bully or wannabe bully type shit,
Right,
the one that wanted
right,
to test us. And
right,
this and that. That's just what it was. But Bird tested a lot of motherfuckers over there. Shout
right.
out to Bird.
What side
He,
was he
he
from? Or
I
shall I
want to say
say
he's from the
street?
Pole
Because y'all
line.
do the street thing, right? I know
Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
do
he
lots
off
and
the Folsom.
streets.
Yeah, he off the Folsom.
All right, for sure. And you from what side?
Fire line.
You from the
But
fire line?
all my family from the Folsom lot though. I'm just
Okay,
from
for
the Fire
sure.
line.
Got you. Right, 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 right. So when the Nickerson's like, um what is the side of the street or the lot the majority of the people is from? Like in my projects, you run into a lot of people from the funny side and the bull side, 115th Street. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm from the island side, but the bigger size is the bull side and then the funny side. Like what's that in the Nickerson Gardens?
I'm gonna say it's between the Charlottes and the Fire lines.
Charlotte and the
And
fire line.
do that can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm gonna say it's because they gonna say the Charlotte's got the most people, but I'm gonna say the Fire line is where because everybody go to the fire, where the fire it's called the Bloody Nickel. So where
Okay.
all the festivities and all the shit go down at is gonna be on that Bloody Nickel. So
Right.
you might have the whole hood round up to the five, and the five just look the deepest, but it's a whole bunch of other lines that's there on the five because it's there for the festivities. So like
Right.
how I look at the hood is I can go to the deuce line or the ace line and hang out with the older homies that's out there listening to music, drinking, shooting dice. If I want some cool, calm, electric, or I can go to what they call my granddaddy parking lot, Mr. Jim lot. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to 114th and Success. You feel me? That's named after my granddaddy. So if I go over there, I know it's gonna be big homies shooting dice, listening to music. It ain't gonna be no bullshit. But if I want some activity and you wanna keep your head on the swivel where you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen next, you go to that Bloody Nickel.
Righteous.
You
So
got a
the
lot of motherfuckers
Charlottes.
still to go to that. Yeah, the Charlottes.
I hear a lot about the Shaw lots. That's like one of those names, but you hear about the Folsom lot, you hear about the Four line, the Five line, so on and so forth. Is the Shaw lot on the Four line or the Five line? And can you be from Shaw lot and be from the line that is on that is on as well? Or is it
Yeah,
just you just pick one?
no. You got some people because the Charlotte is like a party lot. So the Charlotte, the reason they call it the Charlotte because they look like Crenshaw. When you come around
Right,
that little bend and
right,
everybody be out and everybody be driving through, it look like Crenshaw. So that's the party lot.
right,
So some days you would think that everybody is on the Charlotte and the Charlotte is the deepest. It's just the party lot.
right. That's the
So
dudes that was popping around that time.
exactly
And
where,
and is it
where everybody driving through, everybody parked and this and that. The Shaw.
And is it true that Papa Dad is the creator of the Charlotte?
Yeah.
Right, right. Rest in peace to Papa Dad. I mean, coming up in the Nickerson Gordon housing projects, how did you view Papa Dad? Because you had Beely. Beely is Beely, but you also had cats like Papa Dad and a few others, Dirty, so on and so forth, and all that. These were, influential individuals in the Nickerson Gordon housing projects. How did you view PD?
See, I was a youngin when Papa Dad was really around. See, my mom and Papa Dad got a history, like they
Gotcha.
they really locked in. But from Papa Dad was always respected, always one of our reputable, legendary bounty hunter partners. When you mention Papa Dad, that's Bunny and the royalty right there.
Right.
That's how I view him.
Righteous. So okay, see, growing up in the Nickersons, 112th Street School, is it safe to say, was exclusively bounty hunters and potentially a few Mexicans?
Yeah.
Maybe a minority amount of Mexicans, but the overall was bounty hunters. So you didn't run into any Crips at 112th Street School or any Gray Streets or anything other than bounty hunters at this elementary school?
Nah, I can't say that I ever ran into no great. I went this, but then I wasn't trying to interact with the whole school. I was interacting with the people that I knew. So I can't say if it was not no people from Grape that did go there.
I mean, but you would know because it's a predominantly bounty hunter elementary school. See, like for us, right? Gray Street Elementary, that's a PJ Watts elementary school. And I know it's crazy to some of the people like, man, y'all in elementary. How the hell you doing this? But that was a predominantly PJ Watts school, but we had a few 112th Street, Gray Street, just a little bit. We had a few 10 lines. So before we was introduced to Markham Junior High School and whatnot, coming from the projects, growing up like how you grew up, with the Tonka truck, we fought each other. And then you tested one another, or you were tested to see how gangster you was in the projects by, how you checked or how you engaged the 10 lines, because 10 lines was there too. You may get an occasional fudge town. So it was like a combination, but we were the bigger gang there, right? So transitioning from 100 before I assume, what junior high school did you go to?
I remember I told you I got taken away from my mom. I got taken away from my mom in like the 5th grade. Just before I went to the 5th grade, I ended up moving with my sister, and she stayed in the Carmelitos.
In the Carmelitos, this is heavy. Yeah. So before we get into that, what was the reason, if you can elaborate upon it, why you were taken into the custody of DCFS, and how did that affect you?
I'm gonna just keep it real. It was my mom was on drugs. It was drugs, and she had a mental breakdown, and she wasn't life started lifing for her, and she couldn't do it. She fought for it. I can remember her chasing down the lady, the social worker at the Compton Sheriff Station. So I never forget. I was a kid. I was about 9 or 10 years old. I can remember sitting in the Compton Sheriff Station with my brother, waiting on the social worker, and a police officer was like, "What did these two do?" I mean, my brother said we didn't do nothing, and she's like, "Shut up, I'm not talking to y'all." And the officer
that's what the social worker told you?
No, that's what one of the sheriffs, because we was at the Compton Sheriff Station right there by the blue line. And so when the officer walked in, we were sitting in a chair and eating some nasty ass food that they had gave us. And she said, "Well, what did these two do?" And me and my brother, quick to our defense, we said we didn't do nothing. And she said, "Shut up, I'm not talking to y'all." And her partner, or the other officer that was in there, was like, "No, they didn't do nothing. Like, we had to remove them out of their mom's custody." And then she came with like some fake sympathetic, she didn't know, without trying to save face, but that's where my hate is.
Was she non-black? I assume that she was non-black. Was she?
She was white or Hispanic. I want to say she was white or Hispanic. She wasn't black. There wasn't no black lady.
And 2 children that has been removed from their mother's custody, who may be traumatized and dealing with separation anxiety, confused, don't understand what's going on. She deal with y'all that harshly.
Of course. That's where my hatred for the police first came, because I seen how my mom broke down, and I seen what they did to my mom, and my mom chasing, crying, trying to run behind the car until she couldn't run no more.
Right.
That just fueled the hatred that I have for the police.
Right. So now you're living your life in the custody of DCFS. Did they remove you from your mother's custody and place you with relatives, loved ones?
Yeah, they placed me with my sister. So we didn't go to a foster home that time. We went with my sister.
How old was your sister, if you don't mind me asking?
My sister's 11 years older than me, so my sister was 20. If I'm 10, my sister was 20. She already had her one son who was like 2 or 3, and she had her little 2-bedroom, low income in the Carmelitos. We stayed with her. I stayed with her until I graduated out the 5th grade, and then something happened that I'm not going to speak on regarding the BDB situation that I'm not going to speak on, and we had to get removed out of her custody.
Right, but before we go too far, how long did you stay in the Carmelitos?
I stayed with my sister from the beginning of my 5th grade year till I graduated. So just until I went to middle school, that's when I got removed from my sister's house.
See, I'm not good with that, right? So years wise, 1 year, year and a half.
1 year. 1 year.
1 year in the Carmelitos. How was that transition from going from a predominantly, well, exclusively blood community to a city where there's no bloods inside of a housing community that's all Crips? And not only is it all Crips, it's, when you was over there, was the Gray Streets, Carver Parks, and a few East Coasters over there? Like, what was the major gang over there when you landed in Carmelitos? Yes, sir.
See, from what I can remember, there was no gangbanging in the Carmelitos. From what I can remember, there was no one specific gang. So it could have been, but I'm a young dude, so I'm only interacting with the elementary school kids and the kids that I go to school with. But from what I can remember, there was no Brick Boys yet.
Got you. And what year is this? Around what?
This is
99, maybe 2000, something like that.
2001.
2000.
No. I take that back. 2001.
And it was no Brick Boys. The Brick Boy Crip that a lot of people are familiar with. There was none of them there around the time that you was over there.
They wasn't claiming Brick Boy Crip when I was in elementary over there. I'm not. That's just not. Yeah, that's not true.
Did you run into any gangs that was over there? Because at one point in time, for those who don't know, the Carmelitos were referred to as the second Jordan Downs because the Gray Streets had a heavy presence over there in the 90s, maybe into the 2000s, it started to like kind of dwindle and whatnot. But did you run into any gangs over there?
Yeah, I ran into some Treetop Pyrus. I stayed right across from some Carmelitos. Double O, and he used to be with the nigga named Marcus. I believe that's the nigga YG was talking about in the one song. The nigga named Marcus from Treetop Pyrus. They was over there, and they have but it was like a mixture. You never know who was gonna come to the Carmelitos.
Right.
So that's how I could describe it. It wasn't just like how our project is, where everybody is going to be from this one particular gang. It might be a Compton Crip down in another parking lot, and a Treetop Pyru in another parking lot, and
wow, so the Treetop Pyru member, he was openly, flying, the rag of the Pyrus. He was openly banging his set in a Carmelitos.
Oh yeah, of course.
With no Crip opposition, no Crips opposing that.
From what I seen, he was respected. They knew who it was. It was Double O. When he pulled up, he was him. Like everybody, didn't nobody need to ask him where he's from because they already knew who he was.
Right. So while you're in the Carmelitos, what junior high school or elementary did you attend?
So after I graduated out of 5th grade, I got removed from my sister's custody because some shit had happened, and I ended up going to go stay with my grandma in Lancaster. So I went to middle school in Lancaster for a year, maybe a year and a half, till I got removed from my grandma's custody. I just kept getting removed and bounced from different houses.
Right. Pause real quick. While in the Carmelitos, were you pushing Bounty Hunter in the Carmelitos?
I knew I was from Bounty Hunters, but I was not like openly gangbanging. No, I knew as a young man, I knew I grew up at, but in the 5th grade, I wasn't openly gangbanging like that.
Okay, gotcha.
I was feeling some little kid time type shit, trying to be a kid.
Right. So you never had any fights in the Carmelitos or none of that, just based on being a new person over there?
Well, I had fights. I fought a couple who would later become my close friends, and they became from Brick Boys. My nigga Pooh. Shout out to my nigga Pooh from Brick Boys. Shout out to Pooh Trey.
Shout out to Pooh from Brick Boys, man.
Oh, me. Yeah. Me and Pooh had a fight the day I graduated out of 5th grade. My 5th grade graduation, we back at the park. We just had to fight just because we fought. Because of project shit. I ain't had no issue with him. That's one of my real close homeboys.
Right.
Love him to death.
Other than the Bounty Hunter Watch Bloods being established in the Nickerson Garden housing projects, what were some of the differences that you as a child was able to notice and see in regards to the Carmelitos, and which we're safe to call them projects as well, right?
Those projects.
What was some differences that you seen in the Carmelitos?
The unity and how our peoples from Nickersons come together, and the camaraderie, and
so
really
say that it was more culture.
Yeah, my project's definitely more culture than the Carmelitos, and that's not a diss to the Carmelitos or none of that. But yeah, my project.
Think even to this day that is still more culture in the Nickersons than it is in the Carmelitos, because you say that they got the Brick Boy Crips over there now, right?
Yeah, but it is definitely more unity coming out the Nickersons than what I've seen in the Carmelitos.
All right, got you. So now we in Lancaster. What's going on with you in Lancaster? What are some of your thoughts? What are some of your feelings? You getting bounced from home to home? Oh, but first you landed your grandma's crib, right?
Yeah, I landed with my grandma. I stayed with my grandma for, I want to say, from the 6th to the middle of my 7th grade year. I stayed with my grandma, and it was just like I'm growing up now. I'm able to see shit. Now I'm having my little allowance money, so my grandma would give us like $100 a piece every first of the month. She give us $100.
Is this per month or this is
Per
like
month.
weekly?
I mean, I said week, $100 per month. So that
Okay,
was our little money to go get what we needed to go, what we wanted to go get on our own. She take care of the clothes and shit like that. She give us our little allowance. We go spend it on whatever we
so
wanted
like
to go spend
pocket
it on.
change.
Yeah, like our pocket change and shit like that. And I could just start to see though. I could see what was going on around me. It was a lot of drug use, and you know, grandma was doing what she did, and the household was doing what they did, and moms wasn't feeling that. So what my mom did was
So
she
your
did,
mother
my
got
mother.
word of what was going on inside grandma's house.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
especially because when it came down to because we used to get money. So whoever had us, we was a check. So sometimes the family members would only deal with us because it was a check coming with us.
Right.
And so when my mom found out what was going on with the money, she wasn't really feeling that. So one day she told me she was coming to get me. I thought we was gonna go to the park to hang out because you know I'm a mama's boy.
Gotcha.
And so I'm like, yeah, my mama coming. I'm about to go see my mama. And she told me she taking me to the park. She took me down to the social services place.
Mm.
And when she took me down there, she told them that you know they was on drugs in the house and the household needed to be randomly drug tested while I'm there. So I didn't know this was going on. I'm thinking me and my mom is going to the park to go hang out.
Right.
And so when I came back, I think I want to say the next day, the social worker came and tested and randomly drug tested the household. And when they got the results, she called my grandma and was like, yeah, we got to remove him out the custody. We got to remove him. So now we go to hold on, let me rewind. So before I got to my grandma, when they removed me at my sister's house, we went to a boys group home.
Got you.
And I'm around like 11, 12. So now I'm able to see what's going on with this. We housed with this white man. White man was on some weird shit. He was a weird ass white man. He had cameras along the halls. It's an all boys group home. And so you got people waking up in the middle of the night stealing bread because they hungry. And these is like juvenile delinquents that we stand with. If I'm 11 and I'm one of the youngest ones there, these boys are like 16, like out of juvenile hall and shit like that. So you know, and so they I'm watching them still having to steal food. I'm watching this white man come up with all these rules like, yo, seatbelt got to be buckled in before he get in the car. If not, you got to go to bed early. I remember the nigga sent me to bed for giving my brother a hug. I acknowledged my brother. He came down the stairs because we had different rooms, and I hugged my brother, and he was like, well, yeah, no touching. You go upstairs. I'm like, okay. So what this white man tried to do was separate me and my brother. He tried to go to the social worker and get my brother removed out the house. I don't know what it was with this white man, but he didn't like none of the boys to shower unless he was up.
This is
why do you have to be woke for us to take a shower? And why do you have all these cameras along with you and your wife in the room? Is what I'm thinking as a kid. So one day we go to Costco or Sam's Club as a group. Now one dude asked for the whole group. He said, could we go check out the video games? White dude said, yeah. Everybody goes. We all go look at the video games. He singles my brother out and said, you didn't ask me to go. So since you didn't ask me to go, I'm calling your social worker to have you removed. He was trying to keep me and remove my older brother.
And so what's your mental state at this point? Like, how are you feeling? What's your raw emotions with observing and seeing that he's trying to separate y'all?
Anger. And me and my brother said we wasn't going for it. And if they tried to separate us, we was just going to run away together.
Right.
So what happened was when he called the social worker was like, well, it's fine. You don't have to separate them. They're getting housed with their grandma. So that's how we ended up getting in custody with my grandma.
Thank God.
And so then fast forward to when I told you my mom went and got the whole house drug tested. Now they're taking us back to another group home because they failed the drug test at my grandma's house. All the adults failed. And so now we go to an older black lady. And it's just me and my brother. We're the only boys that she got. So it's just me and my brother in this house with this older black woman, a nice black woman. She took us to Vegas. And it so happened my dad was in Vegas. We hadn't been in contact with my dad in so many years since I was a little dude.
And
so she
actually from Fresno, right?
Yeah.
All right. Blood or Crip?
No, my dad was a working man. No, not affiliate. My dad was just a working man. He just had that's why I get my work with him. And And so she was able to link. She brought us to Vegas. She knew my dad was out here. She was able to let us go to his house for the weekend.
Right.
And when we went to the house for the weekend, my dad ended up coming to get custody of us, and we ended up going to go live with him.
Right.
And this was from 12 to 13. I lived with my dad. Now by this time, I started catching my case. I caught my first case out in Vegas for stealing at the Target. And then we caught 2 days later, we caught another case at school. And so we're getting in trouble, but my dad is not understanding that we just been through some shit.
Right.
So we're not normal. We're not like the other people.
So now you with your father. The duration of time that you was DCFS involved, do you feel like the system failed you and your brother?
I felt like they tried to. I felt like they tried to break us. And I felt like we was mentally strong because me and my brother had been through so much together that as long as we was together, we was gonna get through it.
Right. But do you feel like that system failed you? Did they fail you?
Oh, of course. Okay, they failed it. Yeah, so I definitely say that. Definitely.
Dealing with the system that failed you, now you're with your father and you're going through certain challenges. Go ahead.
And so we catch the cases, and my dad is like, damn, y'all wilding out. Like, y'all here with me. Y'all out of the care of DCFS, but y'all act like y'all don't want to be here. It wasn't that we didn't want to be here. For one, I didn't get along with his wife because my mom had stabbed his wife back when I was a kid.
Got you.
My mom showed up to her house with her family. They was having a party. My mom came over there to fight with me and my brother in the car, just her. And it's her whole family. So in the midst while they fighting, my mom tells the story. My dad slid her the knife and she stabbed the both of them. So this lady has an issue with my mom. And like I told you, I was a mama's boy.
Right.
So this woman thought that she was going to turn me against my mom for my mom's shortcomings. Right. And that wasn't that. So now I get out of the care of DCSF and now I'm getting abused in the home, like not abused in the home, but I got my ass whooped for everything. I got my ass whooped for miswashed dishes. And
so what is this by stepmother or father?
This is by my stepmom. My dad never whooped me. My dad
but he allowed his wife, who isn't your biological mother, to whoop you, but at the same time, she's carrying out her vendetta against your mother.
Correct. That's where my resentment towards my father came in at. It's like, damn, if anybody gonna be whooping my ass, I prefer it to be you. At least it's gonna be done with love.
Right.
I don't feel like this woman like me. So what I did was I learned how to fight. And every chance I got, because me and her son is around the same age. I might be like 4-5 months older than him. But anytime it came for me to fight him, I whooped his ass. And that's how I got my get back. It's like, yeah, your mama beating me, but I'm beating you in front of your mama. Right. And my dad, that was the only time my dad was proud of me is when I was whooping somebody's ass.
Righteous.
Other than that, when I tried to play football and I told him I wanted to be a quarterback, he told me I wouldn't. So I never picked up a football in high school. I ain't never tried out for a football team or none of that. My pops told me I wasn't gonna do it. So shit, fuck it. So the whoopings that she would hand out, they stopped working. They start being ineffective to where a motherfucker just stopped crying and I'm just looking at her. Right. Like, you don't. So
how old are you now? When the whippings don't work anymore, what you about 13 or 14 now?
I'm 12.
12.
I'm 11 going on 12 actually, yeah. And so what she did was she stood us in a chair. She stood me in a chair position for a couple hours on the wall. Now it's a mental abuse that I'm dealing with. Now I'm becoming mentally stronger. Like, you're not about to break me. You're not about to see me cry. I'm not about to cry in front of you no more because y'all feed off of that.
Right.
So I can remember one time, my first time being knocked out, I got knocked out by a grown man. I got knocked out by her oldest son. Her oldest son, which was my stepbrother, he's 22 at the time. I'm 11. I'm 100 pounds soaking wet. I ain't a big dude. I'm 100 pounds soaking wet, but I was the only one that would box him.
Right.
And so I can remember in the household, because he stood about 6'2", 225 pounds.
Right.
Big dude. And so, I'm boxing. I threw a lazy fucking jab or a lazy hook. And he creamed me with some shit that he hit me so hard, my head almost hit the brick. I remember blacking out. I remember waking up. And I know it was the weekend, and I'm thinking I got homework to do. Like, I should be doing my fucking homework. Nigga, like, I remember my dad waking. Like, I remember when I woke back up, my dad was laughing at me. Like, damn, you got knocked the fuck out type shit. Yeah, on me. So that, I went to my room and I cried. I cried, but it's anger. The next motherfucking day, I got back, I put back on those gloves and I boxed that nigga again. And I knew now that I was a little dude and I have to move with my movements. I can't sit around and let you hit me.
Right.
I became a defensive fighter.
Right.
So now I'm beating up the kids in the neighborhood.
Right. And which
Like
neighborhood is this in Vegas? Where
this
did you
is off
land
of
when
like
you came to Vegas?
Charleston. This is like off of Charleston and Nellis, in Charleston and Nellis area.
Charleston and Ellis. So that's like the east side.
I see. I don't be knowing how they distinguish the east and the west, but I
Right.
want to put more towards the east side. I will say it's off the east side.
Right. So
And
was it
so
any gangs over there or no gangs? It was a gang free zone.
it was no gangbanging when I was a kid, bro. We was just kids. Like niggas was trying to come up with some dollars. We was cutting grass. We was walking around with the lawnmower, cutting people grass, trying to make some money.
Gotcha.
So my
Gotcha.
thing was like, shit, I'm about to go see what we can get into. We gonna go swimming. We gonna go cut some grass. We gonna go get some money. Like I've always been a kid to go out and get it.
Right.
The ways that I might have wanted to go get it might not have been right all the time, but a nigga was gonna go get it.
Right.
But oh man, so yeah, I can remember. Now I'm whooping the kids in the neighborhood, and that's the time. That's the only time my dad is like, he acknowledges me,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so then we catch our cases. My dad's like, well, it seems like y'all don't want to be with me no more. We was getting ready to move back to California, and my brother never told me this story until I was older, but it pays into a part of when a story I'll get into later. So when we was moving, and my dad was like, well, he wanted to keep my brother. He didn't want to keep me.
Mm.
He said, I'll let Johnny go and you can stay. And my brother was like, well, if you ain't gonna keep my brother, you ain't keeping me either. Right. So we both did and went to go stay with my auntie.
In Vegas?
Now I'm with my in Lancaster.
So you back in the AV, High Desert?
Yeah, I'm back in the AV staying with my auntie. But I only stayed with her for a year. Now I'm starting my 8th grade year of junior high.
Mm-hmm. Which junior high is this?
I went to what's that middle school called? It ain't even there no more. It's off of J and it's off of Avenue J and 10th Street West. But it used to be a middle school. I forget the name. But I went there and I graduated from there. And when I graduated from there, I remember the day I graduated, me and my auntie had a fight. She kind of like beat me up because I ain't hit her back. I was just talking shit, but I ain't hit her back. And so I ended up leaving. I ended up moving. Now by this time, my mom's husband, this is where my step pops come in. My step pops from East Coast Crips. Right. And, now he didn't got done doing his 6-year bid. Now him and my mom moved to LA, and I don't want to stay with my auntie no more. So I'm like, I never wanted to leave my mom in the first place. Right. So I go back and live with my mom. Now I'm back in LA. We staying off of Crenshaw and Florence. I'm 14. We stay off of Crenshaw and Florence. First time I got banged on was by a 6-0. I remember I was taking the trash out. Little nigga on the bike was like, where you from? And this and that. And I'm not gangbanging because, I didn't bounced around. I'm just like, this and that, right? So now it come time for me to start high school. Now shit is getting real because my mom didn't want me to go to Crenshaw. Right. So she was like, I'm going to check you in the Morningside. So I'm going to Morningside High, staying on Crenshaw and Florence. I don't know if my mom thought about that too well. So when I catch the bus, when people found out where I live, because then we moved from Crenshaw and Florence to Inglewood. But my step pops was a Crip. So we never moved to no blood hoods. We moved to the Legend Crips. Right. In Inglewood. So now I'm staying in the Legend Crips and I'm going to Morningside. I'm 14. I remember specifically, I was about to get robbed. I was about to get robbed by the Crenshaw Mafias. There was a couple of older niggas from Crenshaw Mafia because I'm walking down 104th and Crenshaw. Right. And they were trying to rob me, but they thought I had an iPod. I was so broke, I had a fucking CD player. These niggas looked at the CD player and gave me my shit back. Damn. I swear to God.
This is heavy.
So then, because the mafia niggas that didn't go to the school, they would target the kids that did go to the school. So I remember going to school. I'm like, man, I almost got robbed. I was like, but I was so broke, they ain't even robbed me. And I told about 3 of my friends, and they was like, man, those same dudes try to rob me. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. I was like, so what we gonna do? So me and my friends came up with a little clique. We came up with a little clique in high school, bro. We was called BAY. It was called like Badass Youngsters. This is our clique. And these are a group of friends that's just not gangbanging from Inglewood families or none of the Inglewood sets, but we just sticking together. Like I told them, I'm like, well, if they try to rob me and they try to rob y'all, we just gonna walk home together. We'll walk to the bus stop together. And then when we walked it was me, the homie Day, the homie Marcus from 77 Swans, and another homie. And we walking down the street and we get to the bus stop and this and that. We just became closer friends because it's like if I fight, I know y'all gonna fight with me.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I can't do it alone. Shit, you can't do it alone. Shit, we gonna just stick together. And if it come down to what it come down to. Now, that's what got me in a whole bunch of shit in Inglewood. I ain't gonna lie to you. The fact that I started my own little clique with my friends, and you know, when you start click banging, you want to get yourself known. You want to put your name out there and shit like this. My name got known because I started squabbing everything. Like any opposition that wanted to fight, I was squabbing everything from Morningside to Inglewood.
Right.
And as the little clique that we started to expand, we was at Morningside High, we was at Inglewood High, and we was at 2 middle schools. So we got middle school 8th graders. We got us in high school, and we all coming together as this clique. So the clique is getting known. What happened now was the gang members pressed us. I remember when the Inglewood families, a nigga from Blackstones, a couple niggas from Weirdos, because my close friend John, he was from Weirdo Gangster Bloods. This nigga was a gangster, him and his brother Sonny. And I was the nigga who I had to fight. I ran up on this nigga. This nigga was a stocky nigga. And we fight in front of the school. I ran up on the nigga. We get to fighting. The nigga dropped me. I get back up. We start fighting again. And the whole school just respected it because it was like, damn, that was one of the best fights we seen. Like just two bulldozers colliding type shit. You know, this nigga, man, he's a gangster. I will say that's my nigga. But I remember when all the Bloods pressed us because we started making a name for ourselves. So all the Bloods lined us up. They was like, yeah, y'all go get y'all crew. And we're gonna meet y'all right here. So I remember they specifically told us, they was like, after school, you gotta fight. They just start pointing us out and lining us up like, yeah, you gotta fight when you get out. So I'm like, all right. So I'll tell the homies, some of my homeboys are scared. I'm like, bro, if we don't fight now, like they're not gonna respect us. Like, what are y'all, nigga? This is what we wanted, right? So this is what we getting. Right. And so it come time for me to take mine. You know, I take my fate, and I start squabbling. Now niggas from Inglewood High want to fight. Now when I get out of school at Morningside, I got to go to Inglewood and go fight. We're going to meet up at the little library across the street from Inglewood High, and we're going to fight. And so as my name gets known, now I'm fighting with the legends. I'm fighting with the legends because I go to Morningside. I'm fighting with the Bloods at Morningside because I stay in Legend Crip Hood. So I'm just getting packed out every time I leave.
Right. It's going. So at this point, you're not yet banging, pushing officially bounty hunters.
I'm click banging.
Got you.
Click banging. So after I got into all that shit that I got into, I talked to one of the big homies, and he's like, listen, you got a name now? He's like, you got a name with no game. He like, nigga, you from the projects. He like, nigga, come home.
Right.
So that's when they officially told me to come home because I was getting into so much shit. And it's like, bro, you out here trying to gangbang. If you gonna really do it, you need to be from over this way because this is where you originally from. Don't go get put on no other hood that you ain't grow up in. Nigga, this is family. Nigga, you grew up over here.
Right.
So that's when I was like, okay, it's official now. Like now I'm going at it with gang members, but the gang members is they I remember them, the niggas in Inglewood from Inglewood families, they was bullies. Like they basically pressed my homeboys and made them choose to be from Inglewood families or they couldn't be from nothing.
Right.
I ain't agree with that, and I ain't turning Inglewood family. Right. I turned something way out. So now the Inglewood families is feeling some type of way because I don't want to be a part of their gang.
Right.
Y'all wasn't gonna force me to do that. That's how I got into it with the Inglewood families. And if I'm a gangbang, I'm gonna be from where home is at.
Right.
So yeah, that's how that came about. It's like if you're gonna do it, just do it all the way.
Right.
On me. But I've always been from the projects. I just didn't press that. I just didn't press my line because I didn't feel like I had got an official put on. But like the big homie told me, you were day one.
Right.
Nigga, your family been in these projects since the 1970s.
Right. So what year did you go and get your official put on?
I never got a put on, bro. I'm a day one.
Got you. I
fought some homies. I fought my homies. And so if you want to consider that a put on, that'll be a put on. I took my phase, but I would never say I was a court on or I got courted on. Nah, I just showed back up to my projects. And some of the homies that didn't know me, I introduced myself to them.
Right. And they ain't trying to press you because you was gone for a decent duration of time?
Nah, because the big homies knew me.
Gotcha.
So all the OG homies know me. They like, damn, your ass thing got big and this and that. I'm running into old heads that didn't see me. So to the newer people that was not over there when I left, those are the people who were trying to find out who I was and thought they was gonna press a line.
Right.
There was no line to be pressed because once they followed up with the big homies, they was like, nah, this is who he is, and this is who his family is, and this is really a day one. He was just gone for a while. He was in
Right.
foster care. He just grew up elsewhere, but he's from these projects. He's been around these projects longer than y'all.
Right. How was the projects when you got back to them different from when you left them? Was it any differences, or was it just like
I'm gonna say,
slide
yeah,
back
I'm gonna
into
say,
them?
yeah, what it was some different. Now you had a little, not to say the hood is divided, but you got more cliques and different sets. And like this little clique or the hoodie boys and this and that, or like we had the lot boys and we got the hoodie boys. It was just more like clicked up and more people that's
But ain't the Lot Boys old school?
yeah, lot boys is our OG homies, but that's just I'm just naming one of the cliques, like
Got
how we just had the lot boys back then
you.
and certain other subsets. A part of the set, it's like more click. You got the hoodie boys, then you got the Savage Squad or something like that. So it's like niggas coming up with their own little sub clicks in the set. It's all bunny on us, but you
Right.
just got a group of friends that bang this and a group of friends that bang that. But when they come together, they're from all of them.
But the Hoodie Boys at this point in time was the more prevalent group. Is it safe
Yeah,
to say
they were
that?
the new. Yep.
Got you, got you, got you. So is it any conflict with any other housing projects, or is the environment, the surrounding areas cool? Like what the Nickerson Garden housing projects feel like to you? What's the climate that you jump back into?
Mm, shit. And by this time, it's warm. Like it's early 2000s. This is going down.
Right,
Like shit. Man, it was hot, bro. It was the shit. They was going at it with a few different hoods, so where the hood was just hot.
right.
So yeah, I'm gonna say, man, yeah, that's I'll speak on that. I ain't gonna speak too much on that,
Yeah,
but it
yeah, for
was just
sure. But
yeah, it was a hot time.
let's talk about the mental state that you have. Because now you didn't went to Long Beach. From Long Beach, you done went to the AV, and even Long Beach and the AV is different. The AV is by
Mhm.
far different from where you originate from, the Nickerson Garden housing projects. But now you didn't experience all these different cultures. Now you back, you back in headquarters and whatnot after being in Las Vegas and even being in Inglewood. Inglewood is way different from Watts.
Of
So
course.
what's your mind state? Did you have to play catch up? And I'm not talking about putting in the work or nothing like that, but did you have to acclimate yourself into the project living
And I
coming from
did. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I definitely did. And I'm thankful that I did grow up on the west side for a little bit because I got to experience like going to the jungles, being in the jungles around different hoods and see how different hoods organize in the structure and
right,
and the discipline and the militant styles and this
right,
and that. So but when I went back to those projects, it was some eye-opening shit to where yeah, I had to learn how the hood went
right.
because you can't play like how you play on the west side over on that east side.
Okay, okay.
You can't play those same type of games.
So was the Nickerson faster than all these other places that you landed at? Is it safe to say that they were faster or equal in
Yeah.
speed to other
No,
places?
no, nope. They way more advanced. Like
Okay,
a 13-year-old from the Nickersons is gonna be way more than advanced than a 13-year-old from the AV.
right, right,
They go we shown way more in life at a
right,
younger age.
right, right. So you
You
back in the
might have
Nickerson.
that 13-year-old where he done already worked a couple of spots. He done already
Exactly.
robbed, he done already did something. So he feeling like he a man.
Right.
So definitely had to get acclimated to that.
So
And
you
you have to
back.
watch the homies too, though. You got to watch some of the people you're around because just because y'all bang the same thing don't mean y'all they got your best interests at heart. I'll say it like that.
Right, right. With you coming back to the Nickersons, do you feel like some people try to exploit that? Like they may have beef with other guys in the projects or may not see eye to eye, and they see that you a fight, they see you a young rider. Do you think people try to gravitate towards you to exploit your riderism? That's not an
Of
actual word,
course.
y'all, but that we
No, of course. I see what you're saying. Like try to use a nigga on the crash out. Yeah, they try to use me on a crash out or one time or two to get a nigga that they probably wouldn't say nothing to. So they send me thinking I don't know nothing.
right. Did you learn how to hustle? Now at this point, you're a little older now. You back in the Nickersons. We all know that the Nickerson brothers get paper. You feel what I'm saying? So are you hustling? Are you just absorbing the culture? You're trying to acclimate yourself. Like what are you doing? And we know even if you was doing something else, we ain't gonna address that. But as far as taking care of yourself, because now you about to enter into being a young man, what are you doing to survive?
To be honest, I was just going to school, bro. I just went to school, and then from there I started getting money. I wanted to go do shit. I wanted to go out and go get my own money, but I ain't get no money in the hood. I would go out and try to go try to rob some, go try to commit some robberies allegedly or some shit like that. That was how I wanted to hustle. I wanted to go
Right.
get it quick. I just couldn't sit up and just hustle and shit like that because I was trying to get out, be known, and go get something.
Right. When you get back to the projects, because you know a lot of the homegirls in the projects, I don't care what project you at, they like new dudes. Did you find yourself being the subject of, love interests and whatnot, females trying to give you a key to the spot and all this and all that? Like, because this is just some project shit. Like,
I had off the five when I was off the five. It was this, I don't even remember her name, but it was this young lady I was dealing with that a couple of homies, one of the big homies was fucking with her, and I guess she got a baby by one of my older homies, and I met her. We sparked up a conversation. Now that the homies see me at the house, I mean, I fought like 6 of my homies behind fucking with this broad.
God damn.
On me, but niggas, when the niggas seen me fucking with her, they wanted to come at me,
right,
for fucking with her in an indirect way.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely had to squabble a couple of homies, not because they had any issues with me. They had an issue because I was fucking on her.
Right.
But she wasn't the best kind of female that because for her to have me in that situation, I had to take myself out the situation. Like, damn, I'm fighting all my homies for you. I didn't mean you ain't even, I don't even know if we gonna be together. It just wasn't worth it. She became more of a liability than an asset.
So did she have you in a situation, or was it their inability to regulate their emotions potentially for her?
I'm gonna say it's both, because it was some that the homies just hating. Like, it was a story of a big homie, I guess, because he was neighbors with her, and he had a rapport built with her, and he had been trying to mess with her for a while. And I ended up messing with her. Now I'm at the house. He texts her phone talking about, hey, I'm about to come drink. I just got a bottle. She invite me over. We over there doing what it is that we do.
But wait, she invited you to your big homie house and he didn't slap the skin?
No. She had her own unit next door to the big homie. They was neighbors, but they had been cool for like a year or two. She never did nothing with the dude, never gave him none, this and that. He wanted to fuck with her. Right. Once I'm up over there now, I'm up over there fucking with her. And while I'm over there, she like, oh, I'm about to go get, he texts her phone like, I'm about to go get a bottle and come over. She's like, all right, that's cool. The homie over here, this and that. She tell him, she's like, your homie over here, we can, get the bottle, come chill. Me and her get to doing what it is that we do. This nigga bamming on the door. Like, he banging on the door.
Y'all get into what y'all do. So y'all doing the do.
We doing the do. We fucking.
Got you.
And this nigga knocking on the door hella loud. And I'm like, I'm trying to stop. I'm like, hey, let the homie in. She like, no, that nigga could wait. Like, let's finish. So I'm like, all right. So we finish. She let the nigga in. He come with the bottle. Like, she didn't just got done sucking my dick. She ain't even brush her teeth.
Right.
I'm watching him pass the bottle to and I know he knew we was fucking because he could hear her. He can hear her from the door. Nigga, we right here on the other side of the door. You hear us fucking. You trying to inconvenience the session. But we finished. Now he come in with the bottle. Bitch don't get a cup. No nothing. She just drink off the nigga bottle.
This is heavy.
So I'm like, oh, this bitch foul. Like, this a foul bitch right here. Like, but hey, you go ahead, big homie. I'm like, you go ahead. Y'all go ahead and enjoy that bottle. I'm gonna go ahead and let you. I exited myself out the situation once I got what it is that I wanted to go get. You could sit up in her face now. I didn't already got what I needed. I'm gone.
Right.
I started looking at shit different. Like, nah, this ain't really who I want to deal with like this. So we ended up going our separate ways. But that was just a story of how niggas don't even give a fuck. Like, you just heard us doing what it is that we do, and then you gonna let the bitch put her lips on the bottle. Right. But to each his own, man. To each his own.
So you departed from the young lady. Did he move in and become her dude? Or you don't know?
No, he never became her dude at all.
This is crazy.
He was just her neighbor.
Right.
You know how you got that neighbor nigga might have got some pussy? I don't know. But
That's what I was gonna ask next. I think he didn't hit the skins a little bit.
He was ready to go to war, so he probably did hit the skins. He was ready to go to war with a nigga. He was ready to go to war with a nigga behind her. So I'm gonna say he probably did, but shit, I didn't give no fucks, nigga. You knew her before I did.
Right,
shit.
right. So he feel like you imposed on his late night get right.
yeah. It's like shit, now you don't on me. And it wasn't just him that felt like that. It was a couple different homies that was trying to get at her. They just didn't know. Like the homie Monster told me. He like, man, you know the reason you got her is because these niggas don't know how to talk. They don't know how to talk to a woman. He's like, you over here talking to this broad about 401ks and Roth accounts and CD accounts, and nigga, you in the hood, but she not getting these type of conversations from none of these niggas around here. So that's why I said a nigga will hate on you because you're smart.
Right.
I may not be the best looking nigga. I may not have the most game, but I can talk abroad of her draws for sure.
That's heavy. I so where did you learn that from? Is it something that was innately in you, or was your brother somewhat like a Mac, a player, something like that, and you picked it up from him, or is just something that's just a part of you?
No, I'm gonna say one of my older homies, not even from the hood. He don't even gangbang. Just somebody I had the ability to meet out there in the AV. And this dude was like a certified Mac. Like he ain't a gang member, no none of that. He just know how to talk to women.
Right.
And he watched me get at abroad, and then he like, nah, you gotta switch it up. This how you truly understand. And he actually helped me in life because he taught me how to read people.
Right.
And study body language and this and that stuff. So sometimes I don't focus on what people do it. I focus on why they do it. So I'll be taking, that's how I started looking back at my homies. I just was able to take a step back and able to really see a person to show you who they really is. If you pay close enough attention, fuck what they saying, they'll show you who they really is. It's up to you to believe them when they first show you that. If not, you can't be mad at what they didn't showed you because they already showed you who the fuck they was. You just chose not to believe it.
Right.
So I just started studying people, and I study women. Like that's how I know my woman. I be telling my woman stuff about herself, and she older than me. But I tell her about herself, and she like, damn, out of all the niggas I done been with, you understand me. So because of that, because I take the time, and most niggas don't take the time to learn their woman. They don't take the time to learn their body, learn their mental.
So for the brothers out there that's challenged with knowing women, is there any game or insight that you can share with them that can enrich either their game or the quality of their relationship and them better understanding their women? What can you share with them?
I'll just share, like, take the time to really learn your partner. Learn what her triggers are. Learn how to put her at ease. Learn how to see when she's stressed out without saying nothing. Learn when she's with attitude. Learn what those facial expressions that she make.
Right.
Niggas be so caught up in making it about ourselves. Nigga fuck abroad and don't even care if she comes as long as he got his nut. That's crazy. With that mindset, you can never keep a woman because the next nigga that do make her nut is gonna be the nigga she want to go fuck on because he making sure she get hers and you just making sure you get yours.
But is it a case by case situation? I used to be like that. Like how you saying that? I used to be like that. I cared about making her squirt, come, and all this shit. But now that I got a little older, man, if she ain't my old lady or if it isn't an investment, I don't really give a, you know what I mean? I can't do that. No, you know what I'm saying?
I said your woman, not every
your woman. Got you.
Shit, we can go. Well, I'm in a relationship now, but a nigga go fuck abroad and shit. I got mine on me. Like I'm not trying to study your body and make sure because I don't know if we gonna ever fuck again. Fuck you, thank you for the ass deuces. I didn't have females that. Then I had one particular female. I was out here in Vegas with her. She called me boring because I didn't want to do drugs with her. I don't do drugs. I only smoke weed and drink. You're not about to influence me to do something that I don't do. She told me I was boring. I told her the only reason I spoke to her was to sleep with her. Now that I've slept with her, I've accomplished everything that I needed to accomplish. And if we never spoke again, I'm perfectly okay with that because I got everything on the reason why I even spoke to you on me. Right. Made her feel so. I didn't mean to make her feel less than. I just kept it real with her.
Right.
So she's like, "Oh, well, niggas be giving me this and niggas be giving me that's them niggas. I've given you nothing.
Them niggas. Right.
Yeah. And so I just, well, that was the only reason I spoke to you, baby. If we go our separate ways, thank you for the ass deuces.
Exactly. So do you feel that every time a man become intimate with his old lady, that he should make it a priority of making sure she get hers every time?
I can't say every time. Shit, sometimes I be tired, and I just, man, I think, babe, shit. If
Yeah,
it ain't going
sometimes a
on, it
brother
ain't
just
going
need a
on.
relief. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah, on
mean?
me,
Yeah,
on
you know
me.
what I mean? A quick release and all this. And some women, they understand that. They
Yeah,
understand that, you know,
we
that
about to have a quickie.
right, 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 right.
But yeah, that's just that, man. I can't say every time it's gonna be a 10 out of 10. No. Oh, me, I'm just saying you can't just always be a selfish lover either if you're trying to keep a woman, from what I
That's true.
believe.
That's
And then
true.
like I be telling my girl, like because I stay with my girl and my baby mama.
That's
So
heavy.
we all live together.
That's
And
profound.
so
That's what's up.
and so yeah, on me. But nigga, it's like me and my girl, I treat my girl like a queen because of the fact that me and her, we're close. I've been with this woman for a year and a half. I've never been with a woman that long. I said we sleep together. I said this woman
Man,
knows me.
that's heavy.
On me. I ain't never been with a woman. I've been single most of my 20s. You go through my phone, it's like 700 some numbers of women that I just
Damn.
met throughout life. I swear to God, bro. I just used to do it as a game. See, most niggas want to go meet bitches at the club. I was
Right,
meeting bitches at Walmart. Because not
right.
every woman got to go to the club, but every woman got to go to Walmart. But then I
That's
learned you can read a woman by what she buys in the grocery store. If
this is
this
heavy.
woman got a basket full of Hot Pockets, burritos, and shit like that, that means she got kids at the house that she not taking care of. She out in the streets and they fending for themselves. But if
Mhm.
she actually got roasts and steaks and shit like that, that means that woman is cooking. If
Right,
she got a basket full of vegetables, that means she probably go to the gym and she work out, she watch what she eat.
right,
So now I'm able to study you on what you bought and know how to come at you. It's just
right.
paying attention and being observant. I'll get you a lot. And sometimes a woman just wants you to listen. I didn't got
Mhm.
some pussy because a broad didn't turn me down and I was able to accept it and respect it. She said,
Right.
"Oh, I just want to give you my number because every time I be telling other dudes no, they always get to disrespecting me and calling me out my name." I said, "There's no need for that."
Exactly.
I said, "The only power you have, woman, is to say no.
Right,
That's the only power you have over me. I ask you for your phone number, you say no. I can accept that
right.
on me." So yeah, man. That's that. It became a game to me. It
Mhm.
definitely did. It definitely did. I wanted to test out. Me and my homeboy would just compete about
Right.
who could go get the most numbers this day. So it was just a game. You just meet and live life, bro. Like man, I did my 20s was cool. So I know if I get married now, I didn't did what I needed to do in my 20s. I'm grown now.
Right.
I'm
So you
taking care
feel
of my
like it's almost that time to settle down and get
yeah.
married. Right, 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 right.
See, I'm 34. I'm 34. I got my 4-year-old and I take care of his older brother as well. So I consider them both my sons. You
That's
feel me?
right.
I got two little boys looking up to me, I'm more so involved with the older brother as well because if he's turns into a crash out, he could turn my son into a crash out with no discipline, no structure, no male figure around. So what I
100.
do for my son, I do for him.
Right.
I mean, just about to take care of mine. And he's sitting up in here looking because his dad's not around. No, that's sucker shit, bro. I don't get on like that, man.
Righteous. That's
Even though
real
you're not
honorable
mine, you
shit.
respect me on me, and he respect me, and he love me just like him. Like I said, I give him the option. Call me whatever you want to call me. I'm not about to tell you to call me this or call me that, but call me whatever you are comfortable with calling me. You
Right.
know, just call me. And we have an excellent relationship. My baby mama hate me. I don't even know this woman really. We just had a child together,
That's heavy.
but I'm a good father.
Righteous.
So that's gonna supersede any way that she's feeling.
Right.
And even my girlfriend sees that. Like, yeah, she can't really stand you, but shit, you the best father figure around for her kids
Right.
and my son. So it supersedes. And I don't even pay no attention to her too much. I don't listen to her. I just
Right.
going about my business, man. She get to
Right.
telling me some shit. I hit her with the that's crazy. You have no idea how many times I tell this broad that's crazy.
That's
Because
heavy.
I don't care too much about the shit that she's talking about, but I never let her know that.
Righteous.
Mm.
So y'all cordial for the sake of the kids.
Yeah, we cordial for the sake of the kids, bro. We live together. It's me, my girlfriend, and her. We live together. The bills is paid. The kids is taken care of because at the end of the day, we a team, and she can't do it alone. She knows that she cannot raise my son alone.
That
She
I
sees the
love that.
discipline. Yeah, she sees the discipline that where she got to talk, and I don't got to do as much talking as her.
So if she's able to bring over male friends, and she's able to also have
If
a dating life.
she do whatever she want, bro. I don't control her vagina. That is her vagina. I could give.
But you know, sometimes brothers can be territorial, especially if we gang bang.
Yeah, but no, it's like this, bro. I root her on in any relationship she gets in because I'm not gonna be with the bra. I don't want her. Shit, I tell her any nigga you a better man than me.
That's heavy.
Oh me. But these niggas always leave.
So are you acquainted with some of the guys that she have dated?
No, because they're clowns.
Damn, that's
I
heavy.
meet a nigga, but then I read a nigga.
Right.
So once I see that the nigga got clown tendencies, I steer clear and just watch the shit see. On me.
So y'all ain't never like played dominoes or had game night or none of
I
that?
smoked the wood with one of these niggas, man. I smoked the wood with the last nigga that I had to pull it. I almost shot that nigga, man.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie to you. And then the nigga called the police on me, man. He was
Damn.
big Vegas this and big Vegas that. That nigga was in the front of the detective car talking about, yeah, that's him.
Damn.
On me. Yeah. Talking about his name Pinocchio or Picano. Man, that weird ass nigga, man. I almost had to shoot that nigga, man. On me. That nigga called the police on me for sure. So that's how my baby mama know I got her back. I got your back. I ain't gonna let no nigga just dog you out. But at the same time,
so he was trying to dog her out.
Yeah, the nigga had tore up everything in the house. This is before I moved in.
Wait. Pause. This nigga that came into your house and
no, nigga, no. Let's be clear. He was living here before I moved back in here.
Got you.
Something just happened to where I had to move back in here because I told you I had just went to jail and got out of jail.
Yes, sir.
So now I'm on the rebuild mode. So we moved back. I moved back in, and because she need help, and we can help you. It's a situation where we can help each other.
One hand washes the other, right?
Yeah, you need help financially, and I'm about to help you financially because I work. And so no, but before I came, here's what happened. My baby mom she had kept my son away from me for a year, bro.
Right.
She kept my son away for a year. I missed a birthday. And I understand women. So what I did was I sent my girlfriend to befriend her. The problem was it worked too well.
Right.
They became buddy. They became real cool. To where when she came over to do her hair, the nigga thought that he's this player pimp nigga. I call a nigga Pretty Tony. Is what I call a nigga. You feel me? You're pretty boy ass nigga, pretty light skinned nigga. And so the nigga thought that he was doing his hair because my girl do hair. Thought that my girl was gonna get to doing his hair and he was gonna, because my big mama not too smart. She don't be catching on to shit. So he thought that he was gonna he thought he was gonna have my girl start to do his hair and they was gonna become cool or however cool he wanted to be. So she doesn't tell me. So my girl don't tell me. My baby mama don't tell me what the nigga had did. The nigga had like slapped her, broke all the TVs. My baby mama.
Oh, okay.
He slapped my baby mama, not my girl. This nigga ain't got that. He ain't that nigga. And so my baby mama don't want to tell me. But then again, I'm only concerned about my son. So when I found this out that the nigga had tore up the whole house and broke all the TVs and put holes in the wall and shit like that, right? I'm like, all right. So I'm like, I asked my baby mama, I'm like, you straight? She like, yeah, this and that. She's like, she's trying to lie. And my girl was like, no, tell him the truth. So she was like, well, this nigga did this and he tore up the house and he did this in front of your son. Now I'm mad because he did it in front of my son. Right. So it's like, okay, well, that is still my baby mama. I can't have my son seeing a nigga disrespect his mama and think that that's how, you know. So now I got to step up. So she asked me not to do nothing. She just asked me to come over here and watch the boys while she went on an interview with my girlfriend. They was going on a job interview. I came over and watched the kids. Boom. Right. Boom. I get up over here. We chilling the whole day. Help her clean up. I help her straighten up the house. I clean my son's room with him. And we chilling the whole day, smoking. Me and my girl smoking. Around 6 o'clock, this nigga's getting off of work. She's telling me that she don't want the nigga here no more. Mm-hmm. But he won't leave. So I'm like, if you want me to get this nigga out, like I need to know that you want me to remove this nigga. You need to tell this nigga he no longer lives here. So she's like, yeah, I don't want him here no more, this and that. So I get on the phone with the nigga because he get to talking crazy. I'm like, listen, bro, come get your stuff. You don't live here no more. Right. He like, no, I'll pay the bills here. I said, bro, come get your stuff. You don't live here no more.
So you gave the nigga the verbal eviction notice. It came from you. Okay, got you.
So I'm like, bro, you don't live here no more, bro. Your shit gonna be outside when you come home. Find it out.
So did you put his shit outside too?
Yeah.
Damn, hell no.
He said, "Be going pick that nigga shit outside the garage." I'm like, yeah, bro, you can get your shit outside. So he like, no, I'm not coming to get nothing and this and that. So now the nigga mom is calling.
Right.
So I holler at the nigga mama. I'm like, hey, your son emotional. You raised an emotional ass nigga. And he don't
wait, pause. You told this nigga mama that she raised an emotional ass. Oh, this is heavy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm telling the mom like, hey, your son emotional. He's a bitch ass nigga. You raised this bitch ass nigga. You made him this way. And she's agreeing with me. She said, yeah, my son is emotional and this and that because she don't like the nigga.
Damn.
So I'm like, listen, man, I'm real respectful.
Right.
I'm like, listen, man, we just want him to come get his stuff. He don't live here, but if you want to take it to where some extracurricular activities, I'm with all that too.
Damn.
And so I'm like, she's like, well, we'll just put his stuff out and we'll come get it, this and that. So then the nigga daddy called.
The daddy
called, man. I get on the phone with the daddy. I'm thinking this nigga is an older black man, and we're gonna be able to come to some type of. He was like, oh, I told the nigga I was from Bunny Hunters. He like, oh, I know your homie 6'4". I'm like, okay, that's cool that you know him, but he's just because you know him is not about to stop what's going on. I'm like, your son don't live here no more. He's like, can we just put
black?
The daddy a black man, older black man, and so he like, well, can y'all just put his stuff out and make sure nothing is stolen? Because last time some stuff was stolen, I said nothing will be stolen. His stuff will be out there, but he don't live here. He's like, yeah, because I know where this can go. And he's like, well, we know where this can go. And this and that. I'm like, yeah, we know exactly where this shit can go.
So
and I'm telling you,
from LA or is he from Vegas? Like, where are these people from?
These people from Vegas. Gotcha. Well, the nigga from Vegas, I don't know where the daddy and where the mama from. Don't even care.
Gotcha.
I'm talking to the pops, and he's like, yeah, well, we just gonna come get his stuff because we all know where this can go. And I'm like, bro, we know where it can go, my guy. Like, what is you telling me? Like, you telling me some shit that I already know. And so then like 2 hours go by, bro. Now it's 8 o'clock. The nigga sends a text message talking about we outside.
This is getting deep.
When I come outside with the thing.
Yeah.
Now I got my pistol and I'm looking. I don't see the nigga, but I see a backpack. I'm like, okay, the nigga's here. So I close I take my boys upstairs, get them away from the windows because I don't know if the house about to get shot up. I put them away from the windows, close all the windows where you can't see in. She like, he be coming through the patio. I lock the patio. And now the nigga sending another text message talking about, yeah, we see old boy. Tell old boy we see him. Tell him we outside. So now I come outside and I draw down on the nigga. Now I got the nigga. He didn't know I had what I had. Now I got the nigga in close range about to do him.
Right.
He get to yelling, talking about, you gonna shoot me? All in front of the neighbors, bro. So now this nigga's
the guy that was provoking you, right?
Exactly. This dude I asked not to come over here, bro. So the nigga get to yelling all in front of these neighbors, bro. My baby mama stay in a house full of white folks, like around nothing but white folks. There's no black neighbors around here. But these motherfuckers have seen the antics that he's been on, and they didn't want the nigga here. I'm not knowing this. They don't want the nigga here. So when I got the gun drew down on the nigga yelling, talking about, he gonna shoot me, you gonna shoot me, this and that, right? Yeah. So my baby mama and my girlfriend pulled me back in the house. And when they pulled me back in the house, I hide the pistol because I know the police is coming.
They come.
The niggas calling the police.
Outside,
the niggas calling the police. Bro, the police came up in my baby mama house. They came in with the ARs out. They called the boys downstairs. I'm up there drinking a beer because I know I'm going back to jail.
Right.
I'm up there drinking a beer, talking about come get me. And so when they come, they never find a gun. The neighbors never gave a statement because once they arrested me, they said, y'all got the wrong guy. Right. They said all he was trying to do was get the dude to leave.
Right.
They said it's him that won't leave. This nigga's in the front of the detective car talking about, no, he had a gun and this and that. And it was him. And it's him. But this nigga was just big and bad from Vegas. That's why I said these Vegas niggas be telling.
That's heavy.
Oh, me, nigga gonna tell me, nigga, the same nigga an hour and a half ago gonna tell me to ask about him on these Vegas streets was the same nigga that called the police.
This is heavy.
And I ended up beating that case. But I went to jail for a child support payment. I missed child support payment on some shit like that.
I was made aware that out here, Vegas cats don't too much like California cats, specifically cats coming from Los Angeles County. But they say that the Bloods are cool with the Vegas cats. But
see, this is just one Vegas nigga, bro. And I got into it with a couple different niggas. I'm not gonna say I got into it with the whole Vegas city because I got a homie out here that's well respected and well known and acclimated. He considered Vegas a second home for him. It's a real homie from the real hood. So like, I respect men. I don't give a fuck where you from.
Right.
Cast out the Jordan Downs that I truly respect. I don't give a fuck where you from because once we supersede that gangbanging shit, what type of men are you?
Righteous.
That's what I respect, bro. I could give a fuck where a nigga come from. But at the end of the day, I be asking these niggas who raised y'all.
Right. Because
some of the shit I be seeing, it's like, who really raised you niggas, man? But then Vegas is like a melting pot. You got motherfuckers that come from everywhere.
That's true.
Motherfuckers will say they from Vegas just because they've been out in Vegas majority of their life.
Right.
But I don't know. I judge each man off his own. But that's that commonality of them not liking Cali niggas. Yeah, that keeps ringing in motherfuckers' heads. They say we
Even
come
with
out
the
here and we
Bloods
extra
though.
out. I mean, not me. They tell me they don't like Cali niggas because we too extra out.
I didn't heard this before, but they say it's mostly the Crips that have this super type of personality. They say the Bloods are actually, using blood terminology. They say the Bloods are boo. They say the Bounty Hunters have also influenced a reputable known blood set out here called 004 Hoods.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about with the homie from the hood that then got respect. And them niggas respected the homie and how he put on his program.
Right.
So yeah, that is true to that. And I know the individual they talking about.
Right.
That's why I said this is like a second home for him.
Right. So is it a Watts influence in Vegas? Because you got the Bounty Hunters that they say are influential and instrumental in the 004 Hoods blood set, and then they say that the Gray Street Watts Crips was instrumental and influential in the starting of the Donna Street 103rd Crips.
So the Donna Streets, they like a family game.
Gotcha.
Listen, you just can't go get put on Donna Street. You gotta have grown up over there.
So they're like the projects.
It's a real close knit community. That's what I'll say.
Right.
It's a real when it comes down to it, because I ran into a few Donna Street cats, but it's like they ain't just doing no new recruiting. They don't got no new recruits. And you ain't gonna see no young niggas banging down the street like that unless they got family from over there and grew up over there. You're gonna see some old heads, niggas like that. But I'm gonna say we did influence, because and my thing about it is California niggas. If you really somebody from Cali, you ain't got to come out here and reinvent yourself. You ain't got to come out here with the extras. If you know you somebody back home, you ain't got nothing to prove to these niggas. But it be the niggas that be extra, and I be feeling like they might have got marked out in California and then came and try to reinvent themselves, because you got a lot of that. You got somebody who trying to act like they bigger than what they is, and they don't even act like that in their own hood.
Right.
So it depends on the individual, man.
You don't think that cats? Go ahead.
No, you good.
No, go ahead, brother.
Because like me, I'm always by myself, bro. Even if I'm in the projects, I move by myself. I prefer to be alone. I don't mind going into the big crowds, but I prefer to be alone. I get to gather my thoughts, and if it's time to do something, I prefer to be alone.
Right.
That's just me, though. What was you about to say?
That's heavy. You don't think that it's just a cultural thing coming from out of Los Angeles County for more people to be, a little bit more turned up or ostentatious? You feel what I'm saying? You don't think that that's just kind of like the culture? Like, what's up, cuz? Hey, what's Bracken, blood? On West Shot Hoover. You don't think that that's just the culture?
We got an aggressive nature. No, we got an aggressive nature.
Got you.
What I'm saying is, I'm not one of them niggas trying to mark niggas out. I'm not trying to over influence. Like, I'm from Bounty Hunters, and it is what it is. But I'm not trying to mark nobody out. And if you a mark, you a mark.
Right.
The buster, you're the buster. I don't need to over.
Do you think that potentially the Vegas brothers misread the aggression or the turned upness or the extras? Do you think, because I mean, you really don't see a lot of Vegas cats that frequent California as much as you see California people frequent Vegas. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so do you think that is just a misinterpretation of the different cultures and whatnot? Because if you ask a dude from Hoover, where you from? He gonna sound from West Side Hoover. If you ask a dude from 40s neighborhoods, 6-0s and all that, where you from? Man, I'm from West Side rolling 60. Like, that's just the get down. Do you think that could have potentially been misinterpreted as California cats being aggressive, turned up, and trying to be like superior? Or do you think the California cats, specifically Los Angeles, actually does have a superiority complex?
I'm gonna say it's both. That's a double-edged answer though, because it's both. Some niggas could just naturally be aggressive. That's their demeanor. And then some niggas could feel like they have a superior complex as well. They feel like where they come from is way harder, Because I mean, I'll probably do that. Like, nah, I ain't gonna say I do that. I just know the projects ain't Vegas. Watts ain't Vegas.
Okay.
That's no shot to
Why do
Vegas.
you say that? Because it's gonna be some people that want clarity. Why do you say that the projects ain't Vegas and Watts ain't Vegas?
Because of the what we go through. Like,
But
you
you
know,
don't
when it's
think it's the
wartime,
same
you can't
dynamics
walk.
out here?
I mean, they chip you out here. Don't get it wrong. But like, you know, when it's wartime and like it's hot, you niggas can't walk to the store with headphones on. You got to be vigilant. You know, you got to watch cars. I don't find myself watching as many cars as I would in Watts.
That's because you're not from out here, and your natural enemies, they're not really out here like that. They don't have an established set to where they have headquarters, and from this headquarters they dispatch and they get cracking and go back to headquarters. It's the same thing for me. You know, I don't have the same alertness. Well, I'm always alert, always cautious, but I don't have the same alertness that I have in Los Angeles County that I do out here. But I also have to understand that this ain't my backyard. You know what I mean? The
Exactly.
individuals that I may have problems with, they're not out here. So I can kind of slightly relax a little bit. But to anybody that's listening and watching, that doesn't mean that I'm taking Vegas for a joke, or I feel like they don't have the ability to knock you, you know what, in the dirt, because they go up and they do their thing out here as well. But go ahead, brother.
We do, and I'm on that same type of time. I don't got no enemies out here. I'm a grown ass man, bro.
Right.
I'm out here handling my business. If you come fuck with me, I'm gonna give you what you're looking for.
Right.
And that's for whoever, wherever you claim to be from. Don't care. I'm not fucking with you. Don't fuck with me, man.
I want to hone in on something, right? You got the South Central cats, the Compton cats, so on and so forth, and then you got the Watts cats. Because I asked the question, do you think the manner in which cats from California, specifically Los Angeles County, gangbang, do you think that was part of the reason why it created some type of animosity in between cats from Vegas and Los Angeles? But coming from Watts, do you think Watts cats bang in the same fashion? You know, I'm from Whoopty Whoop and all this. Do you think Watts cats bang like that, like people from Compton and you know, the east side and west side of South Central?
See, I'm gonna say no, because when you mention Watts as a whole, and I just bring a Watts as a whole, it's we can say we from Watts and they'll say what projects.
Right.
So it already is established when you mention Watts.
Right.
But
even locally, I'm also just talking about locally, because what I have seen, being, you know, from Watts and whatnot, you can run into cats from the South Central, whether east side, west side, just say Avalon or East Coast. Hey, where you from? I'm from East Side, East Coast Crib. I'm from East Side, Whoopty Whoop, Avalon. But when you run into a lot of cats from Watts, it's not like that. They're like, it's almost like they're like playeristic with their game banging. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, where you from? Man, I'm from East Side Nickerson Garden Housing Project. Or I'm from East Side PJ Watch Crib. What's the deal, big dog? Where you from, my nigga? You feel what I'm saying? It's more like players, more like Mackish in comparison to the aggression that you hear from cats from Compton and cats from the east side and west side of South Central. Would you agree or disagree?
I agree with you on that, because, and I'll say it like this, it's the danger aspect. There's no need for me to come aggressive. I'm gonna let you know from Bunny, I don't gotta do it aggressively.
Right.
I'll just let you know where I'm from. If you know the history, you know the history.
Right.
There's no extras that's needed. I don't gotta be extra out like that. Motherfucker ask me, I'm gonna just tell you I'm from Bunny. I ain't gonna yell, I ain't gonna say it. I'm letting you know, and I'm gonna watch your reaction.
Right.
To what I just told you. And I'm gonna see if we got a problem based off your body language.
Righteous.
Have but you observed? I didn't run into it. I had a player. I had my partner E-Fly from East Coast Script. Rest in peace. Man, he got killed at that liquor store on Twain and Swenson.
Damn.
Yeah, he got killed at that liquor store out there, man. Over here. And I'm like, he was an extra out. He was an extra out little gunner. Not extra out like that. He just let you know with some. And he wasn't a big dude. He was a little dude.
Right.
But when he spoke, he let you. I'm from East Coast Crib. Like that's just how it's just certain gangs. They just put their emphasis on it like that. Right. Like I didn't been at work with it, but my nigga from 74 Hoover. He like, where you from, youngster? Because he older than me. I'm like, I'm from LA. He like, no, where you from, man? Like I'm from Bonnie Hunters. He like, oh, okay, I'm from Hoover. It was aggressive when he asked me. Like he wasn't even all the way aggressive when he asked me. But then it was, I knew you was gangbanging. I just wanted to know where you was from. Make sure I wasn't sitting up here with an enemigo or something like that. You feel me? So I respected that. But
Right.
I don't know, man, because man, I didn't. You got to think, I didn't been in juvenile hall with 4 extra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Swear to God, we was in Central E&F unit. He was only there for like a day. He did some shit. He got kicked out of the unit. But that nigga, when you bang on that nigga, 40 crib. Like he really like that. That's how he banging. You ask that nigga, he gonna put the extras on.
Right.
You know, and it's like, damn, okay, that's just that nigga. You just got some niggas that's extra out, man.
Right. I think when in our younger days, I think Compton cats and East Side, West Side, South Central cats, that's just how they bang. Because even if you ask a dude from Pueblo, man, I'm from East Side, Pueblo, Bishop, blood. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just how they bang. But when you get to these Watts cats, they can be smooth. They can be, with a little finesse. Man, I'm from East Side, PJ Watts. Man, I'm from East Side, Gray Street Watts. I'm from Bonniana Watts. Like, you feel me? That's just how we bang in comparison to other cats throughout Los Angeles and whatnot. You feel what I'm saying? Have you ever heard people say that cats from Watts think they better than everybody else in Los Angeles? Have you ever heard that?
I've heard something similar to that. Yep.
And what's your thoughts on that?
I wouldn't say better. I would say they said we thought we was harder.
But we don't come off as that. See, dudes from Watts, man, we comfortable knowing who we are. We ain't gotta act crazy and this, that, and third. Man, I'm from whoopty whoop whoop whoop, and that's just how it is. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I don't. Exactly. Yeah. That's
profound. Watts gets his reputation, so they think anything out of Watts is automatically super turned up. But us coming from Watts,
come off as that. The cats from Watts, we don't come off like that.
Exactly. Like I remember, I don't know if you're familiar with the homie Peanut from the hood. Peanut from my hood. Okay.
Peanut got people. Older dude, Peanut. He older.
Yeah, nigga that be in the PJ.
Yeah. I'm familiar with Peanut. That's my homie's brothers.
Yeah, on me. I knew he had people in the PJs because we went to a party in the PJs. Nigga, y'all was so fucking deep. And then when we showed up, it was like, oh, the Bonnianas here. Couple niggas like, we from Bonnianas, no extras. We chilled the whole fucking night, bro. Had a good fucking time.
Right.
So when Watts cats interact with Watts cats, it ain't no need unless it's about to go down. It ain't no need for all the extras.
Right.
Niggas can have regular conversations because voices get too elevated, shit starts to happen.
Most definitely.
So I think that's why we come off the way we come off, man.
Right. Do you think Watts cats is more relatable than other places in Los Angeles? Like, you feel me? Because you see Watts cats go to a lot of different places and they're accepted. And to that project side come out and then dudes start selling dudes work and double back robbing them and all this type of crazy shit and all this. Like, you feel me?
I'm gonna say it like this. They love us. They just don't know if they can trust us.
That's heavy.
Because they'll fuck with us, and then when we do some shady shit, oh, they go that Watts shit.
That's heavy.
You ever heard that?
Yeah, hell yeah, most definitely. Do you think the reputation of Watts, and I'm talking about PJ, Bonniana Grape, Haciendas, and everything in between and on the side, right? Do you think that's why Watts cats was blackballed from the entertainment industry for so long? Because of that reputation?
That's what I heard. They said that they was blackballed from the industry, specifically the hip hop industry, because they was told not to trust us. Like, yeah, them niggas cool, but they backdoor you.
That's heavy. That's crazy, man. That's amazing. Huh?
I know you heard some shit like that too, though.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, man. I didn't heard everything as it pertained to Watts. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't heard it. I didn't experienced a lot of shit and all this and all that. You know what I mean, man? I love being from Watts, man. I don't see myself being from anywhere else but Watts, and that's no shade to anybody else. You feel me? It's just Watts have a certain type of uniqueness to it. Watts have a certain sense of blackness to it, because even though we may feud with each other, you know what I mean, in Watts, man, you will have some brothers that'll be stumped down that'll help you and make sure that you cool. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of places in South Central and even our brothers out there in Compton, you don't always get that feeling of security and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I love being from where I'm from. I love the history, like our history as in Watts in general, man. Like Watts is it's unique, and I guess you have to be there to know it, man. It ain't like I'm trying to put nobody else down or none of that. Like it's just Watts is it's something that I take pride in it
Most definitely.
because I could have been anywhere around the motherfucking world, but I went back to those bricks.
Motherfucking right. We always find our way home, man. Hey, to anybody that may have some questions for my player partner, now is the time to put them questions into the chat, man. D-Lo from eShop, Bonnie and I says facts. Out rep is, or I think he meant our rep is. Hold on, another comments came up. So hold on, let me see. Facts, our rep is there. We set the standards for gang banging. What you think about that? He said facts, our reps are there. We set the standards for gang banging. What you think about that?
You gotta think when they mention those bloods though, like not to go back to that top tier shit, but when they mention that blood shit, as far as when the bloods is outnumbered, then Bunny has always stood strong.
Yeah, that's just that Watts spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether they was Crips, whether they was Bloods, or whatever the case may be, independent dudes from Watts, specifically the projects, they always gonna stand up and they gonna show out. So I don't, in my opinion, I feel what D-Lo is saying, but I don't think we set the standard for gang banging because we wasn't really gang banging like the cats in South Central Compton and all this and all that. We was loving on one another. Did we have hoods? Yeah, we had hoods. We had cliques, the Green Jackets, 456, the Pack, and all this and all that. But we wasn't really gang banging against each other. You know what I mean? We wasn't picking up that iron and going out there trying to hurt one another. We wasn't doing that in Watts. And if you look at a cat from Watts, yeah, we gang bang. We can gang bang with the best of them, most definitely. We can become just as violent as anybody else. But when you look at the West Side and you look at South Central and whatnot, those dudes is really, really gang banging. You understand what I'm saying? Like they really gang bang, especially on that West Side. A lot of dudes give the West Side, a hard time, but them niggas is really over there gang banging, man. Like, you know what I mean?
They is. You got dudes going to go get put on. And then Watts, and then specifically the projects. You can grow up. He grew up here. He's from here. Nigga, this such and such. He from here.
Right.
So they got a little more to prove than the average Watts motherfucker. A real day one Watts nigga. They don't got.
We ain't got nothing to prove in Watts. Like our reputation and speaks for itself. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Our reputation precedes us. Like, and that's just how it is in Watts. You feel me? And if it was up to me, I wouldn't allow Crip and our blood to come to Watts because it kind of corrupted the unity and the identity of Watts when we started doing what cats in South Central was doing. That wasn't for Watts. Watts was supposed to be independent. We were supposed to hold it down as Watts, and we were supposed to do our things as cats from Watts. But when we introduced Crippin' and Blood in Watts, it divided us. It separated us.
Man, that's heavy right there. Yeah, but I wonder what it would have been had we not had no Crippin' Bloods and Watts. What would Watts have been as a whole though? If we could have stayed, if we could have came together and stayed together,
man, we would have been doing us how we be doing us in Watts. That, you know what
do
I
you
mean?
do you think that Watts would have became a superior around LA had that happened? Like
okay, I'm gonna tell you this. This is what we would have been like. We would and an example that I can give is similar to what the Gersons is to Las Vegas. That's how Watts would have been. Okay. Similar to it would have been similar to that. We Watts. This is what we push. We Watts. We ain't Crips. We ain't Bloods. This is what we doing. We looking out for each other. Don't come fucking with us, and we don't go fucking with you. And that's just is what it is. That's how it would have been. D-Lo says Watts. Oh, I already read that one. Johnny Big Time says Pasadena rappers got a black ball hard as fuck though. Roy's boys was hard as fuck. Lunatic too. Hebrew Dave says real talk. TWS 1100 says shout out to the homie Fly from Bonniana. Watts good people, man. We appreciate that, man.
Hey man, Fly! Shout out to the big homie Fly, man. Oh me, man. Yeah, Fly passed away, I believe, man. Oh me, that was another nigga that raised me, man. Oh me.
In a hip hop scene, it was kind of like the Bonnianas are kind of like semi-open doors for individuals from Watts. I believe the first hip hop act out of Watts was OFTB. Yep,
Operation from the Bottom.
Yeah,
and then I think To Live and Die in LA.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then I think Kill from the Jordan Downs came around the same time as Cam. It was other individuals that was trying to break into the game. One of the most noticeable people on the Nationwide Rip Riders, he's from Watts, he's from Fudgetown Mafia, and shout out to Bronco, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, I just
Stacks. TWS says watch Stacks. Yeah, that was a concert that we used to have. TWS says Green Jackets. D-Lo from Bunny Hunter says Johnny got people from the South.
I do. I ain't tapped in with them, but I know my family originally. A lot of my family come from Texas.
Gotcha. Hey, Johnny Big Tom says would have found a way to beef somehow. Murphy's Law. Do you believe that?
I think you would have had some individual skirmishes that could have been settled out, but I don't think it would have been no gunplay.
Nah, I think we would have been beefing with cats from South Central and all this and all that. I think that's who we would have been beefing with, because what Watts can be, if Watts was unified and all pushing just Watts, no Crip, no blood, I don't see too much of any gang being able to stand up against that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
What when you think of the Watts acronym, what you think it stands for?
They say we are trained to survive, we are taught to survive, and we ain't taking that shit.
Okay, exactly. Okay, on me.
And they say we are taught to survive under pressure. That's what Watts Up mean. Or we are trained to survive under pressure. Now they're trained. Now they have changed it to we are taught to succeed. So they didn't change it from that, and now they're trying to say that it means we are taught or trained to succeed. Most definitely, man. See, when it comes to this Watts thing, man, I'm game tight, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, I'm a certified Watts baby, man, on the rails. You know, I remember being a kid, homie, me and a homie Serpo, Lil Serpo, and a homie Ruben, just being curious. You know what I mean? Because you know, it was just a lot going on in the community. So we walked from Imperial Courts housing projects, and we young, bro. We probably like the oldest one of us probably was like 9. We walked to the Nickerson house. Yeah, on my mama, we some little badass niggas, man. We was getting around in the town on the rental nails. So we walked to the Nickerson Garden housing projects, bro. And when I seen what life was like in the Nickerson Garden housing projects, I was like, what the fuck? Because I seen a dog. My uncle had a blue pit named Dada, and he used to put the blue rag on a blue nose pit and all this and all that. And we went to the Nickersons. We seen a fat ass nigga that looked like my uncle just had on red with the same type of dog. Instead of a blue rag, it was a red rag. And I'm like, this is crazy. I'm seeing what plays out, and well, I'm seeing the same images from my community, my projects, in the Nickerson Garden housing projects. This is when all the projects was the same color, when they was blue, and then they had a few that was pink. So I'm basically in the Nickersons, but it's like, bro, it seemed like some Twilight Zone type shit. These niggas look identical to the niggas that I just left from. That shit was crazy for me, big dog. But we were supposed to be enemies, and we were supposed to be after each other and unaliving each other, but we basically dressed the same. It's just we wore blue and they wore red, but it was pretty much like the same shit.
I mean, you remember specifically like the 90s?
Yeah.
Where they used to have a big ass boombox on their shoulder walking through the projects.
Right. Hell yeah.
I mean, that was something I only seen on the east side. I never seen that nowhere else.
No, the West Side niggas was doing it a little bit too, but that was a major thing. You feel what I'm saying? Especially in Watts, when they made the compact radios and all that shit, we was rocking with them motherfuckers too. We'd break the handle off and stuff. If you was a blood, you stuffed the red rag in there for the handle. If you was a Crip, you stuffed the blue rag, tied the knot, and then you stuffed it in there, and then the knot expanded, and then you can carry it like, you know what I mean, as such. Blue rag and red rags became the handles and whatnot. But most definitely, hell yeah, I remember the big ass boom boxes and all that type of shit.
On me with the beach cruisers and shit like that, man. I just it's just different scenery. You have to be there to see it, man.
Righteous. This is the truth. This is the truth.
Man.
Hebrew Dave says, shout out to my Watts people. What's up? What's up, baby? What's the deal? Bunny Hunter says, facts. TWS says, damn, rest in peace, Fly. I was locked up with bro.
Man, yeah.
Like Spirit says, D-Lo makes sense. Mom's worked at MLK Hospital back in the day. LOL. Hebrew Dave says, real talk, real history. Johnny Big Tom says, and Big Freeze was from Watts Franklin. Yeah, that's true. His brother, he got 2 brothers from what? No, never mind. Those ain't his brothers. D-Lo from Bonnie Hunter says, LOL Warriors. D-Lo from Bunny said a lot of Watts connected to Texas and Louisiana. Most definitely. Yep. Texas, Louisiana, a little bit of Arkansas. You know what I mean? Those three is the majority. Oh, Mississippi too. You can't forget about Mississippi. Hebrew Dave says, real deal. D-Lo from Bunny says, we got 4 PJs if we stayed green jacket. Well, we wasn't green jacket. We rock with the watch thing, but we weren't green jacket. But shout out to the green jackets. He said we got 4 projects. If we stayed green jacket, nobody could mess with us. I totally agree. Like Warrior Spirit says, D-Lo, yep. Family out of Louisiana migrated to LA. Some went to Texas too. LOL. King Grayson says, if Watts was unified, one heard that would have been a massacre for whoever got problems with Watts. I totally agree with you on that. TWS says 1100 says, my homie locked up with motor from PJ Watts right now in Salinas Valley. Yeah, that's the big homie, man. Shout out to the homie Mo Doom. And I talked to him about 3 months ago. It's time for us to have another conversation. So Mo Doom, holler at me. Some Bloods, holler at Mo Doom, Big Motor. Not on no crazy type shit, but I was getting into it with B Braves, Munchie, and a few other people. So they wanted to know, who is this Bobby Ye dude? And he said, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, homie. If you talking about Bobby Ye Jones, you talking about Big June's son, all that little dude, the real deal. So that's why a lot of Bloods kind of like backed up, because they ain't know if I was studioing, they ain't know if I was playing. But one of the certified lieutenants of the hood, he vouched for me and all this. Not that I needed vouching for, but once they seen that I am who I am, you feel what I'm saying? They kind of like, you know what I mean? D-Lo from Bunny says, at Warrior. Same here, bro. On God, my family from Houston and Shreveport on the Renner Hills. Johnny Big Tom says, a lot of my family came to Los Angeles from Mississippi and Louisiana. Say, I told y'all about that Mississippi. We're close with Tookie and them. Yeah, that is the truth. King Grayson says, I think that was a black thing in general. Yeah, most definitely, the radios. D-Lo from Baniana said, what Johnny take on peace? What's his idea on getting the 4 PJs together one day? What's your take on that, man? Great question, D-Lo from Baniana's, man.
I think it's possible with the right heads at the right table, we can get this shit done, man.
Interesting.
But people gonna have to clean their own backyards before we can make that happen. Though everybody got to be on one accord. You can't have half the hood feeling one way and half the hood feeling some other way. Like you can't do that. Right. So once everybody get on the same accord, I do think it's possible. And like I mentioned way before, if niggas keep going over there fucking on females from Grape, and if the homegirls keep going on fucking niggas from Grape, and they start having kids together, it's gonna be peace anyways. Cause you ain't about to go shoot at your babies.
I feel that, but you got that going on right now, and dudes are still clapping at each other.
But if it continues,
all them Peace Treaty babies, 1992 into the early 2000s, you got all them Peace Treaty babies. I got a partner that got kids from Gray Street. I got I got homies, and they daddies is from Gray Street and all this and all that, but it still hasn't been a deterrent to keep people from going to these different communities and getting cracking on each other. So we got to have something a little bit more effective than that, other than just the dick and pussy. Because even the dick and pussy can create problems. You feel what I'm saying? And the Peace Treaty, that was a challenge. That was a challenge because now you got the PJs and the Nickersons and the Jordan Downs and vice versa, all the way around. Now this dude been fucking with babies since Markham or 112th Street or Gray Street or whatever school they got over there by the Jordan Downs. They been a couple. Now she fucking with this nigga from Bonnianas or this get money nigga from PJs that can make niggas feel some type of way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you take the tender dickism out the equation, and you can start for peace. Because how many wars then started over some dick and pussy shit?
A lot, going back to biblical times and shit. This is how I feel, man. And some of my homegirls probably get upset, all this and all that. Man, there's at least 4 billion people in the world. What the fuck would make you want to go fuck on an enemigo? That just don't make sense to me. Go to the west side, get the niggas from 6-0 and 40s and Hoovers and all them niggas some pussy. Because if we don't beef with them, what that does, it creates a potential relationship. But when you go over here and you give some pussy to the ops, that creates a potential problem. Because now they can't come to the family events. They can't do this. They can't do that. Then when the kids come up, the kids is kind of confused. But when you fuck with niggas that niggas don't have no problems with, you can be the reason why if something do happen, niggas like, hold on, my sister, baby daddy is wooty woo from Hoover, so let's mac in and let's get this shit resolved. You feel what I'm saying? I just don't understand why females go out and fuck their ops when they say that they're, I just never understood that shit. And that's for
That's
my
like that
cousins and
everywhere
all them.
though.
I got cousins that got babies by these dudes and them dudes and all that.
Yeah.
I just never understood that shit.
That's like that. That's like that shit on the west side too though. Shit, you would have
A little bit, but it
50.
ain't that prevalent on the west side like it is in Watts.
No, you're right. You're right on that.
See, we go to school with each other. Markham. Once you hit Markham,
Yeah.
you gonna make a decision. You feel what I'm saying? You know, it goes back to Markham, and we all know each other and all this and all that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But on the west side, they're a little bit more isolated. So a lot of the females on the west side, when they from 6-0s, they man, that's neighborhood pussy. A lot of the females from Hoover, that's Hoover pussy. They get some pussy to a nigga from the east side and certain other parts and all that, but they don't really fuck with their enemigos as much as some of the females from Watts do.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say it happened a lot on the west, but I didn't see to where like the Inglewood family brought it was a specific little pretty little thick light skinned broad from Inglewood family named K Bix. Pretty than a motherfucker. She had a history of meeting some niggas from 6-0 and fucking with 6-0 niggas and inviting them over, thinking they're gonna get some pussy, and then they come in the house, she take them to the room, and then when they come back out the room, it's 4-5 Inglewood family sitting right there.
Damn.
On me. And this is not just a one-time thing. She did this before. So gang of niggas, they like, you think you about to get some pussy from her, and nigga, you might not make it home. Right. So I didn't see that. I didn't see the bra from 40s fucking on the nigga from Blackstones.
Right.
So I did just Harlem 30 chicks. So Harlem 30 niggas fucking on Blackstone bitches. It goes hand in hand. Like I said, on that west side, a lot of those Belizeans be related.
That's true.
When you come in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and BPSs and shit, they be related. So it is some intermingling, but you more inclined to get set up on the west side, fucking with a broad,
right,
than it is on the east side, because you do have that camaraderie. You might have went to school, might have went to Markham with her, and she just from Grape. She just stay in the Grape Street projects. Right. Like there's one of the girls out the Jordan Downs, one of the pygmies. She like fucking on some of the homies, and when she bringing the homies over there, they get a pass because of her. Yeah. So it goes to who your peoples is.
Yeah, to a degree, because I mean, but in Watts, we gonna do some fucking. On the west side is different because they take that game banging shit a little bit more serious. Like, you got females on the west side, they homies, shun them, but potentially get them DP for fucking with their opposition. You don't really hear about that in Watts. In Watts, niggas is gonna do some fucking, and that's just ill. Like, nah, real shit. You know what I mean? You know, if a Harlem cat find out that his homegirl is fucking with Wooty Woo from Fruitown Brims or 20s or BPS, they look at her a certain type of way. You know what I mean? But in Watts, when you find out your homegirl and gave a nigga from PJ some pussy, like, man, well, all right, well, shit, we gonna start fucking they females, and it be like that. It become a competitive thing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, man, we about to start fucking they females, and then to kind of like make the homegirls feel some type of way, some of the homies will bring some females from Great Street to the projects and be out there parking lot pimping and all this type of shit. I don't engage in that shit. I'm a very paranoid type of nigga. I don't trust too much of shit. Have I hit some females from Great? Motherfucking right. You know what I mean? Have I hit some females from the Nickersons? Motherfucking right. Haciendas? Motherfucking right. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just how I kind of like, that's just some Watts shit, man. You know what I mean? I don't understand it, but it's some shit that just goes on in our community. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cause you get tired of seeing the same pussy niggas is fucking on. You know, the homegirl and fuck about 4-5 different homies probably. You gonna leave her alone and go get you something new, and something new is something that ain't over there. So something new, a new piece of pussy could be out the Jordan Downs. It's a new piece of pussy.
Yeah.
So,
and I done fucked a few females over there. Some of them unattractive, and I'm just waiting on the day that this come out, because somebody's gonna say, "Oh, he used to fuck Wooty Woo Woo," and then I'm gonna tell them when I was fucking that unattractive female from the Jordan Downs, she was giving me hundreds on Mike, on Steve-O. She cashing me out. You feel? I'm not proud of it. You feel what I'm saying? But the shit happened, and it's only a matter of time before one of them come out and say, "Man, he was fucking with Wooty Woo Whoop and all this and all that." You know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm just waiting on the time, man. But yeah, this is heavy, man. Hey, Percy says, is Watch Vario Locotes cool with Bunny Hunters?
I don't know. Shit, I don't know.
I don't even know if Watch Vario Locotes is still around. I ain't
ran into none of them.
I mean,
can't
for a
do it.
minute they was there. They was kind of like by the Nickersons, but like kind of like in Bell by Bell Haven Park. Yeah. But I
Okay.
haven't heard of them in years, man. Like I ain't heard of Watts Barrio Locotes in a minute. The barrios that you hear about in Watts is the South Side Grape Streets, Watts Barrio Grape, the South Side Tillons, and the South Side Village Boys. You really don't hear about too many Soranio Vadios, and I can't forget about Mortal Town. You hear about Mortal Town as well. You feel what I'm saying? But the other ones is just kind of like, yeah, you don't really hear about them like that.
Man, yeah, that one
Percy
took me
said
out.
they took over the part Mid City had. I don't know about that. He said that okay, the Mid City Stoners tried to come over there to the Bell Havens and take over. It went terribly bad for them. So he's
Oh,
saying that Watts Barrio Locotes moved into that part. I don't know. Well, shit, I ain't heard about Watts Barrio Locotes in a minute. TWS says, is it worse now, this generation of bangers than the 80s and the 90s? No. In the 80s and the 90s, shit was real. And if you play games, you'll get, you know what, you know what I mean? But now these youngsters is really into the social media shit. Like, you know what I mean? This is their thing. This is what they thrive at on social media. You know what I mean? Percy says, what happened to Compton Avenue Crips? Compton Avenue Crips is still around. Johnny Big Time says 93, 2004, 2005. Incubation period is 9 months. G. D-Lo from Bunnyana says, yeah, we are related to damn near half of the Jordans. This is the truth. D-Lo from Bunnyana said, it's still like it is today. He said, fact. Shay Percy says, Long Beach females have the best cooch. Man, you gonna give me that. Man, this nigga gonna
I'm gonna say Inglewood got some bad females, bro. Inglewood got
they do. They
some
had the
bad
middle
females,
class
bro.
baddies on the reels. I had a female out there named Keisha Johnson. Bad motherfucker, man.
Me, I just remember going to school with them. They had the UGG boots with the long hair and shit. That was just they shit on the west side. They had the real pretty girl.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
got
you got a Westchester and shit like that. You meeting upper middle class families and shit.
Right.
So,
Just like West LA. West LA got some pretty decent, you know what I
of
mean?
course,
You know, upper middle class baddies and all that too.
Like I used to date my first real girlfriend was Big Smiley B sister from Blackstone.
That's heavy.
And so I remember like Joe Moses and them, like I remember Big Smiley B and them came into the garage and shit. I'm in there trying to get me some. And I'm like 16, his sister like 14. We are doing what it is that we do because this is my girlfriend. Them niggas come in the garage. I'm in my drawers, bro. I go never forget. They see somebody. They're like blood ain't got on no pants. I thought them niggas was gonna pack a nigga out, bro. But the thing that got me the respect and that's my second family. Like that's family. You feel me? They mom rest in peace, love me like a son. But the thing that got me is I knew his reputation. Nigga was a head buster. And when he caught me doing what it is with his sister, and I came back the next day, he like, damn, most young niggas wouldn't have came back. He like, but I could tell you really love my sister. And this and that, and I did. And it was just never spoke about it again. And now from now on, she was able to come spend the night at my house. I ain't have to go sneak in no garages or nothing like that. I go pick her up and we going back to my house for the weekend. So I just, that's part of growing up and being a man though. You feel me? Because this is my girlfriend at the time. Like, why would I run or act like I wasn't supposed to be there or we wasn't doing what it is that we was doing? Nigga, we fucking.
Right.
So, but yeah, man.
Hey, y'all can't keep asking these questions about who got the best females, man. This man is about to get married, man. His wife probably listening to that, man. See, y'all can ask me, and I'm gonna tell you. You know what I mean? Especially my days, man, when I used to have the Lexus on the deuces with the 15s in it, and I had that cocaine habit, and I was getting a little paper and all this, man. I'm on the west side, man. I'm everywhere on these females and all. Man, see now, Long Beach females, and this is coming from Bobby A. Long Beach females, man, they kind of like Watts females a little bit, man. They kind of like, you know what I mean? Now, somebody said Hawthorne, I can dig that. The West Side, West LA, Inglewood, they got some pretty decent females. Hawthorne got some cool females, you know what I mean? But somebody said Long Beach females, man. Long Beach females are some certified freaky motherfuckers, man. But we gonna get off that, man. We gonna get off that. Percy said some of the N-words be sleeping with their own cousins by mistake. That's nasty. But due to that war, when a war broke out, a lot of family ties were severed. So that's a possibility. Motherfuckers got cousins over there, and you meet this fly ass female, and all the time that may be your second or third cousin or some shit like that. You know what I mean? That can potentially happen. Kilo from Badiana says, I guess PJ women be bored. LOL. I don't know, man. You know, the homegirls is cool. I love the homegirls, but shit, I love y'all homegirls too. Be honest, man. Hey, nah, man, listen, man. One thing about me, man, I'm gonna do some FUCKING, and one day I'm in Adelanto. That's on Mike. I'm fucking, and I shouldn't have been doing this. I'm fucking with a married woman on my mama. She didn't spend $1,700 to get my car fixed and all this and all that. But her husband is from Bonniana Watts. So he pop up out there, you feel what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, that's the nigga that she be having in the house and doing this and doing that. And, you know, we ain't getting to it and all that. He tried to press me, but once he seen I'm a project baby, just like how you're a project baby, we chilled and he wanted to snort some coke with me. I ain't snorting no coke with just anybody, but yeah, like, you feel what I'm saying?
Just given the first letter of his name, did it start with a T?
Nope, it started with an R.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he recently passed away, and then, you know, God bless him and rest in peace to him. I mean, I'd say the name of the female. I ain't gonna mention him just out of respect for y'all. But if you ask me to mention him, I don't mind mentioning.
No, I thought it was somebody. I thought it was somebody else.
Yeah, the female name was Ebony, freaky ass Ebony. Ooh, man, she was a freaky thing. See, look, and it's crazy. Her husband from Bonniana's, she let me cream and giving me a few dollars and all this and all that. Then Gino, black ass from Bonniana's, he creep in and he starts.
Well,
starts tearing the bitch up. Yeah, Gino, man. Man, he's a real little project nigga, like on the Renadales, man. Shout out to Gino, man. Gino, Gino, it's an abundance of love, man. Get up off that BS, man, on the Renadales. Somebody gonna be like, Gino, man, the nigga from PJs that got the podcast, he was just talking about you. He gonna be hot. Gino hate me, man. I don't know why he hate me. See, this is the thing. He hit my little broad, which wasn't my broad. It was the dude from Bonniana's wife. So it's my time. I'm getting some paper. She keeping me, you know, from head to toe, Polo, Ralph Lauren, and all this. He creep in, he hit her. But the way that he tried to do it was like on some like Dirty Mackin type shit. I said, okay, for sure. So a female that he was involved in, I creamed her. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. But shout out to my nigga Gino from Bonniana's, man, on the reels.
Man,
Dilo says facts. Johnny, he said exactly. He said our culture is different than Watts. This is the absolute truth. Frank Diddy says facts. Watts a different world. This is the absolute truth. Dilo from Bonniana says, yeah, they was in the outside of the Knicks. Okay, for sure. They was on the outside. Got you. Percy says they did, bro. Black Warrior Spirit said, I saw my first shootout in Watts. Two brothers went toe-to-toe with Watts PD back in the day in a small apartment. They stood strongest against 10, 15 popos. Excuse me. D-Lo from Bonniana says K-Mob died out in Barrio Locos 13 died out. Oh, yeah, Barrio Locotes. I'm used to him saying WVL, Watts Barrio Locotes, but I guess they died out. Rich Rabbit said Elm Street is a strong Barrio in Watts. I don't really hear about Elm Street. You know what I mean? As a kid, you know, you kind of heard about him. I whooped this one nigga from Elm Street ass. This dude named Green Eyes from Elm Street, man. Ooh, I whooped Green Eyes ass. I pray that he's still alive and everything is going good for him. I don't want nobody to think I'm disrespecting their deceased loved ones and whatnot, but that dude tried me, and man, I whooped his ass, man. It became a passion of mine whooping his ass, but you know, shout out to Green Eyes. D-Lo from Bonniana says Elm Street is still strong. I didn't know that. D-Lo from Bonniana says Village Boys is still strong. Yeah, that's like one of the top Vadios in Watts, next to the Watts Vadio Grapes. D-Lo from Bonniana said East Coast Crip in 30s got some cute females. I can dig it. I had a few of them too. King Grayson says free Big Smiley B for sure. D-Lo from Bonniana says all Hawthorne. He said Hawthorne got some cute 304s. Yeah, a lot of prostitutes come from out of Hawthorne, man. Mortal Town be getting at Florence is what Percy says. Hebrew Dave says Watts got some crew. Yeah, they do. We do, most definitely. Johnny Big Tom says Garden Grove, Westminster got some badass females, especially them Vietnamese females. I'm certified sucker for badass Asian females. I'm not even gonna lie. Black Warrior Spirit says LOL at Bobby Ye. Hebrew Dave says it's cute all over the world, really though. Yeah, I dig it, man. So a father they says, what's up? Hey, shit, shout out to you, Soy Tu Padre. Percy says, no, they don't. No, they don't what? A lot of females from Hawthorne don't become 304s. Yeah, I done ran into a few. Now, Gardena is slightly different. But Hawthorne, man, I done ran into a lot of females that be selling that stuff from out of Hawthorne. And this is the truth. I used to date a female from Gardena. I ain't gonna say her name, but it was crazy, bro. That was some crazy shit.
Oh man.
Thank God for the experiences that I have been blessed to experience, man. Through all the shit we've been through, bro, we still here to laugh and podcast and talk about it.
On me, nigga. That's just memories you gotta take with you though. Like some memories you got, man, it didn't seem like it at the time because it's probably some crazy ass shit. Like, right. But then you look back at shit like that, it's like, damn, nigga made it through. Nigga survived that. Right. So nigga, I look at life like this. If you can take it, you can make it.
Right, I agree. D-Lo from Bonniana said, yay, you knew Bone from Grape? No. I didn't know Bone from Grape, but this book right here, what my book at, man? My Jordan Down or my Gray Street partner, he wrote this book. I don't even know where it's at. It's somewhere in this motherfucker. But he speaks about Bone in a situation, you know, with Bone, so on and so forth. But I didn't personally know Bone. I think I was a baby when that transpired with Bone. But rest in peace to Great Street Bone. I know that at this point in time, the PJs and Great Streets was like this. So when the brothers did that, the Bone, the PJs and the Great Streets, you know, they feel some type of way. I'm not gonna say the specifics and all this and all that. It's because dudes be crying on, why you speaking on that? The fuck out of here, man. Crybaby ass niggas. He say Carson too, yeah. James Cass says peace, love, and respect, brother. Yay, man. Peace, love, and respect to y'all as well. My brother, my dear blessed brother, do you have anything that you want to give us in closing?
Man, other than hey, if you could take it, you can make it, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Hey, stay prayed up. And yeah, man, we gonna go out like that, man.
Appreciate it out, man. Man, I'm ready to start creating this content with you, man. And I know that we can make some most definitely shake and get cracking on that, man. But have a blessed night, man. God bless you and the family, man. Come back any motherfucking time. Anytime.
On me, I got you, man. Hey, what's up, man?
All right, what's up, man? What's up, baby? It's yo, baby. I'm screaming out. Watching it all go crazy. I'm a project, baby. You know I'm crazy. Hey, say, man, Slime Ball TV. Watch the deal, baby. Man, what's the deal? Hey, say, all my good people, my amazing people, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, fucking with your player partner, man. Thank you so much. Hey, man, I'm open to interview anybody. If you want to interview Mac in on me, man, let's get you your first interview, your second, your third interview, just so you can have something to parade around and show people and all this and all that. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I got anybody to want to interview, man. The more the merrier. You feel what I'm saying? D-Lo from Bonniana says Johnny 5 line to the flat line. I can dig that, man. D-Lo from Bonniana said, whoop, I can dig that, man. Black Warrior Spirit said, yes, sir. Salute. What's up from Cali Bay for show, man. Shout out to all my folks up there in the Bay. We y'all cousins down south. Y'all cousins up north, man, and we need to get this shit right and bring this shit together, man. But say, man, hey, man, anybody want to say anything else before I get up off this thing? And thank you for all the engagement, man. All right, Shalom, Compton, what's up, man? Like I say, 2 C's and 1 watch, man. It's an abundance of love. Anybody else got something they want to chime in and throw up there, man? Throw it up there, man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freeze, cadet, freeze. If you know, you know. I'm about this thing, man. Y'all step and be blessed. 2 Blacks are strong. We all we need. We all we got. Let's live in peace before we be forced to rest in it. All praise be to the Most High God and all power be to the people, man. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back at y'all tomorrow, man. Got to go up here and fuck with my pops, man. One love. I'm gone. Hold on. He said, let's hit little Sion, G. Man, what we going to do on little, man? Hold on, Johnny, man. For some reason, your energy is saying freaky ass nigga, man. I don't know, man. It seemed like you go to those Thai massages and you try to fuck all the women in the massage parlor. And I can dig that. See, I'm a freak, but I ain't that damn freaky. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just fucking with you, man. Hey, nah, but hitting a little Sion. Man, I'm about to be moving to Thailand soon, Johnny Big Time. So I'll probably give it a rest until I get over there. He said, fine ass females. Hey, Johnny, you's a cool motherfucker, man. I don't know if anybody told you, man, but you one cool motherfucker, man. Y'all step and be blessed. It's your player upon the Bobby WAJ, and I'm out, man. What's up, baby? It's yo. What's up, baby? It's yo, baby. I'm screaming out, why send it y'all go crazy? I'm a project, baby. You know I'm fuck her so good, she be like, hold on, baby. Nigga, your old lady is my new baby.